I can hear myself on Twitch. I can hear myself on YouTube as well, I think. Yes, I can hear myself everywhere, which is great, and that means I can switch scenes. Where is my yapping scene? There you have it. For once we are even early, considering the timer, I think. Slightly earlier than the usual. But the fact is that we are here and we have started the stream. Wow. And I start the stream with not being able to speak properly, so a good start as usual. Anyway, I can see a great many things on my stream bot. Interesting. I don't know why it would tell me 3 and 6 times the name of my own stream. 7 times, technically speaking. But yeah, I don't know why it did that, but you know what? That's fine. I think. I hope. I hope everything is working properly. I think everything is working properly, but to be honest, yeah. I can't claim to be a complete beginner either, because I've been streaming for a few months now, but still. Who knows? Maybe I still don't really know how things work in this space. Anyway. Today we are not going to stall. I know yesterday I was stalling, although I will say I was not exactly stalling per se, because we had a great many things to yap about yesterday, between Honkai Star Rail's livestream, the reveal of the 3.0 characters. We didn't even mention the changes to Pure Fiction, the changes to Pure Fiction, and the changes to Pure Fiction. I was trying to think if they changed anything for A Memory of Chaos and Apocalyptic Shadows, but I don't think they did. I'm not entirely sure. But at the very least, I do remember that they made some changes to Pure Fiction. I don't know if these changes are going to come out with 2.7 or if they are going to come out in 3.0. I think they are coming out in 3.0. Same with the new resin thingy. I forgot the name of it, but they are introducing something that will help us, or an item we can use to choose our substats on relics. So now, or rather in the future, in a very soon to come future, we'll be able to choose both the main stat and the substats of our did I say echo? I meant to say relics. Oh, but you get the point. Artifacts, relics, echoes, they are all the same. The equipment you give to your characters, not the weapon itself. Although in Genshin and Wuthering Waves they are called weapon, in Honkai Star Rail they are called light codes, because why make things simple when you can make them complicated? Anyway, the point is that, yeah, we didn't even mention these things because we had plenty of things to talk about in regards to just the characters, the story. I am very excited about it. I will just keep yapping about it a tiny bit more, my bad. Just because there was one thing that I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, but let's just say that this is the first time that I really got excited about the aesthetics of a place in Honkai Star Rail, because Belobog was pretty much Russia, kind of, more or less, and it was kind of cool. I liked it. The Herta space station was a space station, kind of cool. I liked it. That's fine. Xianzhou was mostly Chinese space, I suppose. Chinese spaceship, which was cool, kind of nice. Once again. And Penacony, I was not overly fond of the aesthetic of it. It was really well done, by the way. And this kind of critique is more about my own personal taste and not about the execution of said aesthetic. The artists at HoYoVerse are great at what they do. But yeah, even Penacony, the kind of space dream Las Vegas drugstore, I guess. Well, drugstore in the sense that they seem to be taking drugs there. I mean, everything was kind of wonky and strange in Penacony. But yeah, even then, there, I mean, the aesthetic was not exactly to my liking, I'll say it like that. But the characters, I will say, the characters of Penacony, I definitely really liked their design, more or less. However, here with Amphorius, I believe is the name of the new planet, we are getting a kind of Greek-looking, ancient Greece-looking place, and it is an aesthetic or a type of architecture, or I don't really know how to call it, but yeah, all of that, the aspect of it, the visual aspect of it, is something that I absolutely love. Ancient Greece, I feel like, had beautiful architecture. Not to say that other countries or other time periods didn't have beautiful architecture. They do, but yeah, ancient Greece is probably one of my favorites, maybe not the favorite. So yeah, I definitely really look forward to discovering that place and to discovering more about these characters. They look absolutely fantastic. Although yeah, my two go-to characters with the ones that have been shown thus far are Aglaya and I keep calling him Kevin, but his name is actually Finon. I should start calling him by his actual name, Finon. But yeah, these two are must pulls for me, regardless of their kit. And I will probably also try to summon or to pull for a character from the Fate collab. I am guessing that the character we'll get from the Fate collab will be Rin Tosaka, because we got some kind of a teaser that kind of sort of made us think that we would be getting Archer as a summonable unit, probably, given how Remembrance is working. Archer is probably going to be the summoned unit. And since this is a collab with Fate Stay Night, I believe, then in that particular scenario, Archer was the summon for Rin Tosaka. So yeah, we would probably get their combo at some point, and I would probably try and pull for them because I definitely enjoyed Fate Stay Night. Not so much the first one. I had difficulties finishing the first Fate Stay Night, not gonna lie. But then I jumped into Unlimited Blade Works, and that was really great. The animation for Unlimited Blade Works, the fight scenes were absolutely a work of art. I can't call it anything other than that. It was absolutely beautiful. So I'm looking forward to all of that. And I barely mentioned yesterday the whole Rinascita, or Rinascita, I guess. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to pronounce it. But yeah, the new city we are going to explore in Wuthering Waves. And one thing that I wanted to mention, and I actually quite like it, is the fact that we've only had one city in Huanglong thus far, and yet the game is already offering us a new country, because Rinascita is its own country. It is not a part of Huanglong. However, given the phrasing in the video and the way the dev talked about Rinascita, it may just be a single city state, because if I'm not mistaken, Huanglong has the most sentinels, and they have one sentinel per city, which I guess would mean that they have the most cities, because usually each city around the world, I guess, has a sentinel. So I am guessing that maybe Rinascita is just a one city state, maybe. But once again, something that I'm definitely really looking forward to, especially with the Venetian look to the city. I hope they have waterways, I guess is the word. I'm not entirely sure, because that's a word I don't really use in English, and I only know how to call them in French. So yeah, the waterways. I feel like if you've ever seen any picture of the actual Venice, the city in real world, you probably know what I'm talking about. And I hope they do have that in Rinascita, because these are absolutely beautiful. And the buildings themselves, they are also really beautiful. The architecture in Venice is really great. So I have high hopes for both Rinascita and Amphorius. I will keep struggling on that name for a while, but I will manage to get it down at some point. Anyway, I have stalled long enough. It's been 11 minutes since I've started talking or yapping. So I will launch the game in the background while I keep yapping a tiny bit more. But we are going to get into Genshin, and today we are going to finish the story, Chaska's story. Although, yeah, I suppose we could call it Chaska's story. Oh god. Oh, for a moment there, my HoYoVerse launcher, I think it's called HoYoPlay, it kind of froze. Hopefully everything will work fine. I did my dailies earlier today, so everything should be working fine, I think. But yeah, we are going to jump into Genshin Impact. We are going to finish Act 3, maybe do some running around if the quest itself is not too long. Although, as I looked at it yesterday, from the wiki, just looking at the number of steps required to complete this the quest, it looks pretty damn long, or at the very least, knowing myself and the pace at which I go through the story, I know it's going to take quite a bit of time. But yeah, I'm still kind of interested in the story, in the sense that one thing that I find a bit unfortunate is that I wish we would talk more about Koichi in this story quest, because this story quest happened after the previous Archon quest. This story quest is more or less centered around Chaska, more or less. It's mostly about her tribe, which makes sense because it is a tribal chronicle, I suppose. But yeah, the fact is that we only got one mention of Koichi during the first couple of acts, and that was from her father, or their father, I suppose. And I wish we had more, because I still feel like the grieving process is something that is very interesting to see in each individual, because everyone grieves differently, I suppose. And I wish we could have seen that from Chaska, from her father, etc. And so far, we have not, which is kind of disappointing. I'm not going to lie about that. I am kind of disappointed at that fact, but at the same time, the overall quest is still rather pleasant, so I'm not complaining either. Now, let me switch scenes. Whenever OBS wants to capture the game, there we go, the game has been captured, the scene has been switched, and we can start over with Act 3. Now let me make sure everything is fine. I suppose it is. There we go, I have everything in order, I believe.
Every journey has its final
No,
day.
Zhongli, please don't be a bad boy and don't start talking about your journeys, because this is not the time. Now then, let's continue on with the story. Wrong story, my bad. I guess it doesn't appear in here for now, so I'll have to just go by hand, or the old-fashioned way. Oh, right, yes. This morning I did my dailies and I did,
The Flower Feather Queen should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out!
I didn't think Paimon would yap about that again. I'm looking if I can replenish my phlogiston, just because, but it doesn't seem to be that way. The game seemed kind of laggy on my end, not gonna lie. Does it look laggy to you? Kind of as well, huh? Let me check. Is there a problem? Oh god, my processor is dying. Why is my processor dying? Oh, it's mostly because of that. I see. I see. Well, I don't exactly have a choice. Oh, never mind. It is no longer dying. Great. I think. So let's get back to it and let's start it. And never mind for my phlogiston. I shall not replenish it for now.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. You came.
Yes, we did.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time for the cuckoosaurs. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
Oh.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
The hell? Oh, right, it's about the phlogiston wings from the Fontanian dude. I think.
Whoa! We're really flying!
Oh, you know what? This is cute. I want a screenshot of that. Oh, right, I forgot my screenshots now capture both of my screens at once. It makes for a very lengthy screenshot in terms of size. It's very strange. I'll have to cut it out again, but never mind that. It's a very cute image. I like it.
I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a cuckoosaur.
Ish. Are they going to use the balls for the test? Like, is this a thing? Like, are they playing Quidditch or something like that?
These phlogiston wings are awesome!
What's going on?
And by the way, it just hit me, but these are just jetpacks, right? Someone brought jetpacks into Genshin Impact.
Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all on their own?
What happened while we were gone?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of gaseous phlogiston.
Oh, never mind. The trackball, or rather the ball they were holding, is meant to control the jetpack. I thought it was just a ball to play with, you know?
That's incredible.
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility and responsiveness in times of crisis.
Well, that's for sure, and you wouldn't need to rely on the cuckoosaurs either.
Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
Although I will mention that once again we are kind of replacing a living being with technology.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I really just fly on my own without the help of a cuckoosaur?
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just passed the flying trial. Right, Elder Alba?
Elder Alpa?
She remains unconvinced.
Should this really count as a pass? If we did the trial using phlogiston wings?
And I have some logistical questions about this, because I'm guessing that these phlogiston wings use phlogiston, and we ourselves have a limit in terms of the gameplay, but I'm guessing that the jetpacks themselves have a limit as to how much phlogiston they can carry. So how long can they fly for? What's their consumption rate of phlogiston? Is it sustainable to have everyone use something like that? And yeah, I have many more questions.
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to ride a cuckoosaur, does it?
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chaska had to ride a cuckoosaur in her trial, right? And the whole point of the trial is to test both your flying technique and your ability to work with a Saurian companion.
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
She got a fair point.
Chaska, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
It's a good innovation. The sooner it's widely adopted, the better. It's an unknown quantity. You should use it with caution. I would go with the second because thus far I have not seen any patent. I have not seen any kind of actual testing done. So we should proceed with caution.
Right? That's what I think too.
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards if they're using phlogiston wings.
That is a fair point as well. If you want to test the candidates, then you have to develop a new type of test specific to people who are using phlogiston wings. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the difference between driving an automatic car and a manual one for the manual shifting gear and stuff like that. You can either pass one test and be able to drive both, but when you're tested, you would actually be on a manual because Apparently, automatic cars may be easier in a way, I suppose. I don't have my driver's license, never had to use a car really, so there is that, but never mind that. The fact is that there is also a specialized test where you only drive an automatic car, and if you succeed, you get your driver's license, but only for automatic cars. So it makes sense to just create a new test.
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this, and now you're saying it doesn't count?
Well, the future of your tribe does not revolve around Junan finally mustering the courage to go through with this. Now, I'm not trying to be mean, but no, it's not all about you or her.
We don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing systems in our tribe. Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new assessment criteria, tailored to candidates using the phlogiston wings.
There we go. I absolutely agree with Chaska.
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, it would probably take years to put it into practice. We lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces and boost morale in this trying time.
Yeah, and it could also be the downfall of your entire clan. I mean, imagine this. You give the phlogiston wings to everyone, and then one day you realize that after using the phlogiston wings for, I don't know, couple of weeks, couple of months, who knows, but after using them for a certain period of time, and they start blowing up because of some defect from the wings. And then what do you do? Because when they blow up, they would blow up when you use them, and thus they would kill the rider or the user, and then you would lose just as many people as you lost in the war, if not more. So, could be very bad. So, once again, I am siding with Chaska.
And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junon.
Yeah, once again, I feel like they should do these real-world battle experience, but in mock battles at first. That's how you do things when you're trying out a new device.
Huh?
Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back was by relying on yourself.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Kukasaurs are attacking the merchants again!
There
Again?
must be a reason for that.
Okay, everyone, stay put while I...
Huh? Chaska?
Right, yesterday, Chaska noticed that there was...
Chaska rush off like that! And then Elder Alpa and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Yesterday, Chaska noted that there was a bloodied feather, next to,
Alright.
No, I don't want to fight you, I just wanted to replenish my phlogiston. But yeah, there was a bloodied feather next to the merchant's things, I guess, his pack, or the wings themselves. I don't really... Oh, wow. The hell? Why why are you coming all the way like this, mate? Cool down, Kukusaurus. And my theory is that
it's back! It found us again!
They stole something from the Kukusaurus to build their phlogiston wings, and now the Kukusaurus are not happy. Which goes back to my question of sustainability. Can you sustain making more of these wings? Or are you going to make an enemy of all the Saurians in this region of Natlan?
Run! Get out of here!
Well, that was a strange sound.
Curses! She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings! Get back here and let's fight!
Stop! All of you!
Oh, it's back! It found us again!
All of you! 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 All of you!
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing!
That's a lot of silence.
What's going on? Why isn't she doing anything?
Hell yeah, boy. Hello, Satoru. How are you? She's thick. She's thick, boy. Yes, Chaska is very thick. Unless you're still talking about Aglaia, because I think yesterday you mentioned you were talking about Aglaia.
So it really is you. Sister.
Ah, so she is one of the Kukusaurs Chaska grew up with. Chaska, yes indeed. I have to admit, whenever we have a shot from her back side, I have to admit, I can't keep but staring a bit, because, goddamn.
Wait, sister? That Kukusaur is Chaska's sister?
I think the sister is not really all that happy. But once again, we have a back shot from Chaska, and you can see the curvature of the earth here, which is quite impressive. Did you finish the main story, the Archon quest? Yeah, I did. I believe you did as well. I just want to confirm just before we start talking about it, just so I don't spoil you inadvertently. Yeah. But the Archon quest, as you said it, it was rather short. All that happened basically was, what do you call it? Some people had some psychological issues due to the effect of abyssal energy, and we ran around with Jansen and helped them out. That was basically it, right? That's which, I mean, it's kind of funny because you could equate this as like someone having a drug-related issue without the addiction, but the hallucination part of some drugs. And we ran around with a sporting coach, I guess, kind of something, a trainer. We ran around with a trainer in order to help people with deep psychological issues due to some corruption. And it somehow worked, I guess, somehow. Did you talk to the Flower Feather clan chief? It's probably not there, but they mentioned Koichi. No, I didn't. I completely forgot about that, and I then launched myself into this story quest. So unfortunately, the chief, I have no idea where he is. So I will have to go back and try to find him at some point. So far, the only mention of Koichi is, what do you call that? Her father, who appeared in this quest. You sent me a screenshot? Let me check. Because yeah, thus far, the only mention was her father, who, it was just kind of mentioning Koichi in passing, and it really wasn't all that much. Now let me see. Koichi, give me a hand for a sec. Alright, he's not here. Oh, I remember this. I saw actually that. You didn't have to actually go talk to him, I think. I feel like I saw this without talking to him. Maybe? Who knows? I don't really remember. But I do remember this specific sentence. And I mean, it's really sad, but it is what often happens when you lose someone. If it is someone that you interacted with regularly, then you would kind of keep these habits and still think, oh, I can turn around and just talk to them, but no, they are no longer here. Which is really sad, but, well, I suppose it is part of life, and I like the fact that they actually mentioned this. I wish they would mention more about her family, about Koichi in general in this Tribal Chronicles, because so far there hasn't been a whole lot of that. I kind of relate to Chaska, but not a sibling. What do you mean by that?
Koya, wait!
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her?
Sure, let's go check on her.
Chaska, are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry.
You're not going to keep following her? My girlfriend died. I thought I told you that. Yes, you did. And I didn't want to mention it just in case I was wrong, because I think you also mentioned that your grandfather died and you were close to him. So I thought maybe it might be the grandfather. So I didn't want to get it wrong, so I preferred to ask instead of just assuming. But yeah, I guess if I mean, not if, you were close to her and you interacted with her quite regularly, these habits get ingrained into you, and it's really hard to get rid of them. I mean, it is why we have the sentence, the expression, habits die hard, bad habits die hard, good habits, who knows, something about habits dying hard. Something like that, I think. But yeah, I wasn't that close to my Grams. I was probably 8 years old or something. Oh, okay. So I was confused. It's probably because of my old age.
No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. Once she's shaken you off, you'll never catch up to her.
I didn't even know what death meant at the time. Fair enough. I mean, my father passed away when I was 7, and I understood the concept, but when I was a kid, I was very much into science in general, so I grasped the concept of death quite early on, and then he passed away, and I was like, well, shit, that happened. But old habits die hard. Yeah, there you go. That is exactly what I was trying to say. I knew it was something about habits and dying hard. But the thing is, my brain kept popping or flashing images of Bruce Willis and the Die Hard movies in my head, so I couldn't think of the of the actual phrase. I was just getting back to the movies again and again. Sometimes my brain really likes to mess with me.
At least, I always used to lose to her at hide and seek when we were kids.
When you were kids?
Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukasaurs. Anyway, she and I grew up in the nest together. Her name's Koya, and she's my big sister.
Koya, the big sister. Okay, interesting. So now we are getting into family drama with Chaska. Well, drama. Who knows yet? Are you getting views on YouTube? Right now, I don't know. I don't have that monitored. I don't think so, but I did get a couple more subscribers ever since I started streaming on YouTube as well. So it's actually pretty good. I don't know if it is because of the streaming or not, but I did get a few more subscribers on YouTube since I started. So I mean, I do plan on continuing simulcasting. At this point, I don't see a reason why I would stop. On top of that, I prefer streaming on Twitch just because of Twitch as a platform, but I like the fact that since I'm simulcasting, my Twitch VODs are getting deleted after 7 days, whereas my YouTube VODs keep they are being kept by YouTube, and I like having them on my YouTube channel. So I do plan on continuing it. Especially since now that I have everything set up, I don't want to put all of that effort into oblivion and just stop doing it. Oh well, we'll see how things will go. You can check on YouTube Studio. Yeah, I know. I have YouTube Studio open somewhere, but I have like at least 10, anywhere between 10 and 15 windows opened at the moment. So it's kind of hard to find which one is where. They say there and just remove those lives if they get copyrights. Do you mean on YouTube? Probably. I mean, on Twitch, I know that they just mute the audio of the section of copyrighted song, and on YouTube, yes, you can get a strike for that, but I'm not using any kind of music aside from the musics from the game, and well, if HoYoVerse starts striking people for using their music, then things are just going to go very bad. Just in case, download YouTube Studio on mobile, it won't take that much space. I was just saying in case. Oh right, yeah, it's pretty much the only reason why YouTube would remove a VOD, unless you do something absolutely egregious, I guess. But it's not exactly my style, you know, I'm just playing games, so things should be fine. And hello, Ayakat5, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Ah, what did I do? I didn't mean to do that. No. I misclicked somewhere. God damn it me. Why did I do that? And okay, we are back. Everything is fine.
We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Until the day I was sent back to live with the humans.
Now, did she suddenly start to feel jealous or something like that? By the way, did you finish the Tribal Chronicles?
Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around each other, but she's not fond of other humans.
I'm gonna change my name to Indian Dude. Oh god, why though? I mean, Indian Dude would at least be not as long as Subdued Satru, you know? So there would be that. But at the same time, I feel like your current name or current username is pretty unique, I feel like, I think. I didn't even open them yet. Oh, okay. So I'm completely spoiling you then, I guess. Sorry about that.
When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more reluctant to interact with humans.
I'm gonna change it to Indian Dude Satoru. Wait, so you have India, you have Satoru, which is Japanese, and you have Dude, which is English. I mean, Indian is not Indian, it's the English word for Indian, but yeah, it's kind of a name, I suppose. It is a name. Did you forget who I am? No, you're supposed to be, wait, your first name when you first came to stream was Raiden Bosen Mary Satoru. So there is that. Oh, I forget everything. Right, I forgot that you forget everything. But it is true, you do tend to forget things, at least in terms of spoilers, so you have a superpower there.
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you away from her.
Yeah, she got jealous, that's what I said, kind of, more or less.
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends at first. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe, so whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild and vent to Koya.
I have amnesia when it comes to spoilers. Well, believe me, it is a godsend. It is a real superpower. I wish I could forget spoilers that easily, but unfortunately, we all have different brains, I suppose.
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with Saurians to your own kind back then.
I want to get Chaska, but Nuvelet is eating me right now. I don't know which one would be better, to be honest. And next it would be Mawika. Yeah, of course. Mawika is a given, don't worry, I know about that. And hello, whoever you are, and I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Not on stream, but the dude who is trying to join my world, now is not the time. Honestly, I don't know if Chaska is really that impressive over Nuvelet. I think Nuvelet is still kind of stronger than Chaska overall. And you already have Nouvelette's weapon, yes. So why not get him? Indeed. I think it would be better for you to just get Nouvelette. On top of that, I feel like with the Maréchaussée Hunter set, Nouvelette is much easier to build. Oh, never mind, we have a bonus crit rate boost with the Natlan set for Chaska, so it's kind of the same thing. I might just pull her because of her ass. On top of that, I just stopped moving the plot along, so you have a nice view of her ass right here. I will let you enjoy it. You may take as many screenshots as you want. But yeah, I still believe that Nouvelette is probably better than Chaska. I think. Maybe? And I don't know, maybe Nouvelette can be played with Mawika, perhaps.
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. With a new mom and dad, a new tribe, and Koichi.
Ah, so you had one sister replace the other, perhaps. Or rather, that's how Koya felt, I guess.
I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to understand their behavior. The more time I spent with them, the less I spent with Koya.
Wait, this whole sentence, it kind of reminds me of Nouvelette, actually. And there is a parallel to be made between Chaska and Nouvelette. Both of them kind of came to the human world without knowing much about the humans, and they slowly learned to appreciate the humans. Chaska was born, well, she was not born, but she was raised by Kukasaurs, while Nouvelette is a dragon and all of that. But they both have been taken into the human society and learn to appreciate human society by just being among humans. So they kind of have a similar story. But, and it is actually quite apropos that I would say but, because there is one thing, and it's that I don't think Nouvelette has the same ass as Chaska. So, yeah, that's the only con I would see with Nouvelette, unfortunately.
And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She sought me out and asked if I was willing to leave the tribe and go live in the wilderness with her. As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement on purpose.
So, how did you answer her?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes.
In other words, you turned her down.
No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up my mind to embrace my new family and accept my human identity. But I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She took my hesitation as an answer. She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. We hadn't seen each other since, well, until today. Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. But Koya had already asked Mom not to tell me where she'd moved to. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't press the issue. And I didn't go looking for her.
But after today's events...
If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. Even if she doesn't want to see me. For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe. And see what Mutota and Elder Alba have in mind.
But I have a feeling there is more to this story than meets the eye. It's not just about this kind of old feud. Well, I wouldn't call it a feud. No, I shouldn't use that word. But this old grudge, maybe, or this old dispute, I guess. This I don't know how to call it exactly, but you know, the fact that stop attacking me for no goddamn reason, you. But I don't think, it's just because of that. I think that maybe Chaska's sister knows something about the wings, the phlogiston wings, something that we don't know yet. Because, I have a feeling that these phlogiston wings are too good to be true. Where on earth am I going? Well, I'm not on Earth. Ah! I keep messing up what I was trying to do. But never mind, we have arrived. After tending to the wounded, Mutota gathers something.
I hear there's been another Kukasaur attack.
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
Hey, show a little respect. The Kukasaurs are our partners.
I didn't even unlock all the teleport waypoints. Oh, don't worry, neither have I. I didn't unlock any... Well, I did unlock a handful of them. Just because I was looking for something, I think. Oh, right, I just wanted to do a golden flower thingy. You know, the ones that give you money. I just wanted to do one, and there was one here in Natland, so I went and unlocked the teleport waypoints on the way. But other than that, I have done any kind of exploring thus far. We are going to explore next week through number 1. On Friday, I'm thinking of doing the local legends. And on Saturday, we'll probably do the, what would you call that? The Ochkanatlan world quest. So there will be there will be a lot of reading for me next Saturday.
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't give a hoot about the rest of us.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings, do we even need the Kukasaurs anymore?
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to protect our tribe without them?
I didn't mean it like that.
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad will lose its prestigious position?
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Well, apparently there is a lot of drama in your clan.
Chaska, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't you going to nip it in the bud?
Okay, you wrote BRB. I wanted to ask, perhaps you will be able to answer me once you get back, but is Alpa sounding strange to you as well? I will just leave it at that. I have some issue with the way she sounds.
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything. The real source of conflict here is the phlogiston wings, and what happened with Koya.
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild Kukasaurs and humans are no more common than those between people.
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether our tribe needs the Kukasaurs at all.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkan's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by the Pyro Archon. Chaska, to prevent things from deteriorating further, I'd like to task you with restoring peace to the tribe.
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan, and the Flower Feather clan has no right to ask more of you. But...
say no more, I am in. Chaska is my friend, after all.
Thank you.
And don't forget about Paimon. Just leave this to us.
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot. To tell the truth, it makes me a little suspicious.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It's possible. Leave it with me. I'll look into it. Also, Chaska, could you try to keep a low profile while you're out there digging around? We don't want to give our hand away.
Yeah, I keep having this feeling that there is something strange about Alpa's voice acting. And once again, I am not trying to be mean to the voice actor, because I do know that, well, I believe that they try to do their best. It's just that there is kind of a... sometimes there is a lack of emotions, or rather the inflections and intonations of her words are strangely placed. It's kind of as if she's just reading the dialogue lines either for the first time, or maybe she's really focused on pronouncing the right words at the right moment. I don't know. I really can't describe it properly, but it's something that is very specific to Alpa. I don't feel the same way about any of the other voices in this whole quest. So that is why it sticks out to me. It's because it's one single character, which sounds strange. But maybe I'm just imagining things. Honestly, I don't know. Which is why I would love to have someone else's opinion on that at some point.
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
Should we look for your sister?
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do it, that should give us something to work with.
Yeah, and as I said, I think there is more to her attacks than her just not being a fan. Sorry, I had to burp. But I think there is more to her attacks than her just being not a fan of humans. But will she even talk to us?
Unlikely. Given how she reacted when I showed up, I don't think she's forgiven me. If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator. Let's go see my mom.
Is Chaska the first character to introduce us to her family members? I'm just asking. I know this sounds maybe kind of stupid, but no, not just family members. She's introducing us to her parents, because we met her father, her human father, and now we are going to meet her Saurian mother. So I have a feeling like kind of funny. Wait, is there any kind of chest around here? Ah, yes. Well, should have, no.
Alright, let's finish this
Which will it be?
Laid bare. Bring it!
Gotcha. Busted.
All I've got.
I'm sorry, dude, but I need the money.
Something with which to commemorate this occasion.
I think there is someone stuck inside the the thingy, but I'm trying to see if I get everything. Let's see. Open the door. Hello. Freed. I'm freed at last. Freed from the Saurian cart. That cart was so stuffy and hot and stinky too. I sat in it for half a day and I already feel like I'd shaved 2 or 3 years of my lifespan. Who are you and how did you wind up in there? Yes, I haven't introduced myself. Call me Kanulaf, a trainee priest of the Masters of the Night Wind. My training's work in progress at the moment, and to that end, the elders of the tribe told me that there are ancestral treasures to be found all over Netland. Go do some treasure hunting, Kanulaf, they said. And so they kicked me out of the tribe under the guise of training. And, well, my keen ears picked up on some clues about treasures to be found nearby. Something about finding it if I followed the footsteps of some beast. But doesn't that refer to a sumpter beast, I thought? Or could it be an alpaca instead? Either way, I followed a sumpter beast to the camp these folks had made, and thinking I was some manner of sumpter beast thief, they locked me up. Forget the buried treasure, I was about to be buried myself. You had an incomplete trail of clues to begin with. Right you are. I shan't act quite so rashly going forward. Perhaps that lesson is the greatest treasure I could have obtained from this period of imprisonment. Still, I'll have to find a place to take a nice shower to get this smell off of me. Thank you so much, my savior. Allow me to give you a humble token, drawn from my limited traveling expenses, to show my gratitude. Thank you, I guess. The hell was that about? Was that a quest? Oh, okay, it was a quest, okay. I have no idea what quest it was, but I completed it, which is great. Let's see. Oh, wait, there is another chest I can get. Well, it's not a chest, it's a test, but the test leads to a chest, so I am interested in that. Oh, you can even sprint with these guys. Well, sprint. Fly faster, I mean. Okay, yeah. The flying in Natlan is really, really nice. I wish we could fly all over the place with this. Like, not just in Natlan, but like everywhere. Oh god, I'm at 6 out of 35. Oh no. Oh no. Where is this thing going to take me? Oh god, I have a bad feeling about this. Oh god. I really have a bad feeling about this because I am... Oh, wow. Where am I going? Oh. Is there no way to... Oh god, no, no. Oh, I missed it. No, I didn't. Whew. Is there really no other way than slowly descending like this? Yeah, it's kind of slow, you know. Which is too bad given the fact that we are given fast beasts like these. Now what? Oh, I was right. I was supposed to switch beasts. Oh god. Oh no! I missed one. Wait, does that mean that I'm going to have to do it all over again? I think this means that I'm going to have to do it all over again. Oh, I don't need to do anything for those, I think. Maybe? I don't know. But I do have the bad feeling that I might have to redo this entire course. I missed another one. What's going on? What's with the top-down view? I'm locked to that view. I'm no longer locked to that view. I think it's it was messed up because of the fighting. Oh, okay, even if you miss some, you're still fine. Oh, thank God I don't have to do it all over again.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
And we're already out of treasures in this area. Although we still have this specific area to explore. Let me see. 29, 37. I still have not finished exploring Natlan, the previous parts of Natlan that came out. Though to be fair, I spent quite a big deal of time exploring Solaris 3, I guess. Jinzhou, to be more specific, in Wuthering Waves, and I finally have 100% in every single region of Wuthering Waves. So I will focus now a bit more on getting the same thing in Natlan, because the rest of my map is at 100%, so I really don't like the fact that this is not, but we will soon manage to do so. Well, soon-ish. But I do feel like finding treasures in this in these new regions is kind of harder than in previous regions. Are you guys enemies? Yes, I think so. I don't want to attack you for no good reason, so I'll move on. Well, you are no longer an enemy. Ah, you can do a plunge attack to go faster. Interesting, interesting. Oh, to get down faster. That's what I meant to say.
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a child?
Mm-hmm. When I was little, we used to do this thing where I'd jump from the top of this tree, and Koya would fly over from the platform and catch me in midair. Or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after some aerial maneuvering, she'd throw me up onto that platform.
Well, how do you both fly? You can't fly, you're a human being.
After we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shores looking for even greater heights.
And hello, Octavia_VT, how are you? Hope you're doing well. And I am doing well, and thank you for the follow. That's very kind of you. Welcome to the stream. We are playing Genshin Impact and more specifically doing the Tribal Chronicles for the Flower Feather Clan.
Stop! You're gonna give Paimon a heart attack!
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story.
I liked it.
Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway, back to the matter at hand.
Do you play other games or do you stick to this one? I actually play other games, mostly gacha games, namely Wuthering Waves Reverse 1999 and Honkai Star Rail. Those are the ones I stream, but I also play AFK Journey, but that's on my own spare time. Oh, she managed to call her sister then. So do you stream daily though? No I don't. I stream every Friday, Thursday... Oh wait, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 6 PM Central European Standard Time and today on Saturdays at 4 PM Central European Standard Time.
Hey Mama Bird, I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco. I brought a couple of friends with me. These are the Traveler and Paimon. Traveler, Paimon. This is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. In the human tongue, anyway.
Okay, keep it up, nice. I am his graphic designer, and you're back, Satoru. Well, once again, with a banging response. Love that reply. We'll see how it goes, we'll see how it goes. But strangely enough, I had the same feeling. So you understand Saurian language?
No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Although only with Mom and Koya, since I spent my formative years with them. Even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. Seems to work about 9 times out of 10, anyway.
I have a feeling this won't turn out that way. Yeah, I think probably it simply didn't... it simply turned the person away. Well, person, if we can actually call them a person. Yeah, I think they're already gone because I can see that they followed me and then they unfollowed me right afterwards. So, you were right on that one and so was I, unfortunately. Oh, but because of that, I will have to reset my follower account on the bottom right corner. I hate these guys because every time they do it, I have to reset my follow account. God damn it. The view account still shows their name, and yet they somehow managed to unfollow me right after following me. Or at the very least, I guess it's them, but who knows, maybe I'm being mean and too accusatory for no reason. But given how many times this has happened, I have a feeling I'm probably right.
As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Call it the family bond, I guess.
What is this thing doing here? Why? Why is it here? What are you doing flying over Chaska's head?
Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think Koya might be in some trouble.
Do you think Chaska would be mad at us if we started to indwell her mother? Because that would mean that we would get inside her mother, which would be very strange. That's, I know sometimes I have very weird thoughts, but, you know, for a science, I was wondering. I guess my gut instinct is wrong for once. Why would it be wrong? I think you just made that person shy away. They were afraid of you, and they left. Which, to be honest, is kind of good in a sense. At least to me it's good, because that way I didn't have to shoo them away or repeatedly tell them that I'm not interested in artwork. So thank you once again. Chaska explains the situation to Chimpu through
I know
something.
she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before either. What's behind this sudden change?
Dude, keep those thoughts away from my mind. If I have to suffer, you have to suffer with me. I mean, the whole concept of indwelling animals is kind of strange to begin with. So, you know, there are some strange things happening. And you know what? There was one person who kept yapping about artwork, and they actually sent me their artwork on Discord, except their artwork was all like furry type of characters, and I was like, bro, do you really think I look like a furry? I mean, look at my model. Does it look like anything like something that a furry would want, right? And when I'm saying furry, I'm saying like full-on furry, like not just the ears and tails, like even the face looked mostly animalistic, yet the overall aspect was human-like. So, you know, it was full-on furry. So, yeah, I was kind of surprised. Strangely enough, I never replied, not gonna lie, but, you know, it is what it is. It made me laugh, at least.
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her in a long time. Then, could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? I really need to talk to her. If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then the next time there's an incident, I don't know if I'll make it there in time.
Chaska looks like she's an elf. Yeah, she does. Same with Klee. Same with Nahida, but I feel like Nahida should not be counted as she's an Archon. But Klee and Chaska both look like elves for some reason. And I have no idea what it is. We need to know how these elves came to Teyvat. Yes, we do. Because we have no explanation. And we also have no explanation for Diona, right? She's a cat girl, and there is no other cat girl. Alice, Klee's mom, is also an elf. Yeah, probably. We've never seen her, right? I don't think we've ever seen her. But she's probably an elf also. I believe Klee's dad was supposed to be an adventurer, maybe? Her father is a cat dude. Yes, he is. But what I mean is that we don't know where these cat people come from. In the sense that they're not like native to Mondstadt, I don't think. Because, well, basically the only two characters we know that are cats are Diona and her dad. But, yeah, we have no explanation for these. The only other cat girl that I can think of is Kirara, but Kirara is actually a Nekomata, so she's not even the same thing as Diona. Yeah, we never seen her, but we do know who her voice actor is. Yeah, probably. I guess it was probably released because we've heard Alice quite a few times, especially in what do you call that? In these summer events. The people from Springvale are all cat people, I think. Really? Wait, seriously? I have to admit, it's been so long since I've been to Springvale, I don't really remember, but, you know what? I'll go check it out once I'm out of this dialogue scene, because I'm very curious about it. They have ears, my guy. I believe you. I really don't remember. But does that mean that all cat people are from Springvale and they're just a very small population?
She said she'll take us there.
Oh, I forgot to ask the question. What did she say?
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mother. No, but look, isn't this great? We had, what's her name? Arlecchino as father, and now we have a mother, I guess. Somehow, somewhat. In, I can't enter this. I can if I go there. I go there whenever I can't sleep. Wait, to Springvale? Why are you going to Springvale when you can't sleep? Or the ancestors of theirs settled in Mondstadt. Yeah, maybe. But the thing is, we have no actual, what do you call that? No actual clue. Like, it's not like anything has been said to us about it. In any type of quest or anything like that, right? Unless I'm mistaken, of course, which could happen. But, like, what other creatures do we know of? Well, the Necromata are explained, but there are also other types of creatures that are explained. Or, for instance, yeah, you talked about Mondstadt, but how the hell am I supposed to get there? No, this is not going to go well. I don't think so. How does one go there? While farming things. Maybe I should follow this thing. Never mind. I was not supposed to follow it, but you know what? Let's try it anyways. What the heck am I doing? I feel like I just got sidetracked big time. Oh, this is not going well. I missed a couple of ones, okay. Oh, and I have to... Oh. Just use Farina. That's actually not a bad idea. Oh, what the... Wait, seriously? What the... I just missed the thing? I didn't even know that was possible. What the... Oh, well, wait, I have to restart this. Oh, but the game is not going to teleport me back all the way up top, is it? Well, ain't that sad. Could you take me, up, please? Never mind, you won't. Well, kind of. Oh, I have to go back like that. Oh, wow. I don't want to do it again, but at the same time, since I am here, I'd like to be done with the puzzle, you know. That way I don't have to come back later on. You were jumping around? I was! I don't feel like I was, though. Oh, God. And I completely missed them. I really am very bad at judging the distance on this thing. Oh, no, come back. Oh, never mind. I was supposed to go on the thingy. That's my bad. That was me. I agree. Okay, here I'm not touching anything, okay? My hands are away from my keyboard. They are away from my mouse. Imagine doing that on mobile. I would probably not, because I know my what do you call that? My phone is absolutely terrible. It can't do this. If I were to try it with my phone, yeah, it would be all laggy and shit, and that wouldn't be... Oh god, what is this thing? How does one go down? Okay. Then I'd like to go up. No. Wait, is this hurting me? What is this enemy?
Quietly now. Busted.
Oh, well, I guess it's a dead enemy, but how or why did my Zhongli take damage? Oh, I have no idea. My mobile can handle it. You are lucky, because mine absolutely cannot. Which is kind of sad, but at the same time, I am running in the wrong direction. I think I am going to use your technique and use Farina, because I probably did not go through the right path. I'm guessing you're an enemy? Yeah, okay, let's fight you. The monster deals damage through shield. I guess so.
Solidify!
Laid bare. Gotcha.
Oh, this one is going to take a bit longer to kill.
Busted.
Gather!
Alright. Overruled.
No, I wanted more energy. Oh, damn it, game. Oh, wait, we found a Shrine of Death. I will mark it on my map because I don't have keys for them just yet. Shrine of Death. I can't write. There you go. Now let's use Farina to just walk all the way there. Oh my god, this is so stupid. I think I just missed the right path, I guess.
I knew you'd miss me.
Use Night Soul attack to decrease their shield faster. Oh.
Strike a pose.
Let's go. Wait. When I'm sprinting like this, the game is telling me that I can use Shalonen to to trigger a Night Soul thingy. But I feel like if I do, things are not going to go well. Better use her healing. Yeah, but her healing does not teleport to you. And if you run out of stamina, then you're kind of screwed, right? Not just stamina, but if you're too far away from her form, I think there's something that... then you lose your ability to walk on water, maybe, if you don't want them to fight. Yeah, should be fine. But I'm going to remove Farina, although I love her. I prefer Yolan. I prefer more mature women.
It's time to pull the trigger.
It doesn't matter where those things are, I think. Oh, okay. In all honesty, I don't actually remember, so I was trying to be cautious just in case.
This is a really remote location. Guess she was trying to get as far away from humans as possible.
Never tried it though. I will not be the test subject here. I will not try it, especially given how far this place seems to be. It's going to be a pain to try and get back to this place.
We stay here? Okay. Got it. Traveler. Paimon. Mom says we should stay out of sight for now. She'll talk to Koya first. Koya is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we show up unannounced, it might just make things worse.
I mean, I don't think Paimon's human, and I don't know that the Traveler is human either, but we do look like we are human, so I could understand that. Oh, it's interesting. Koya has a more vibrant color, whereas the mother has a more grayish tone to her. See, she's more pink, or wow, they are both pink, but the mother is less saturated, I guess. Yeah, can Chaska interpret what is going on? Like, can she translate? Because if we are going to watch 10 minutes of birds chirping, it's going to be not that interesting, to be honest.
Any idea what they're saying?
Once again, I am Paimon.
Sounds like things are more complicated than I imagined.
Chimpu, what kind of name is that? Don't ask me, man. Don't ask me. And by the way, how are they coming up with the names for the Saurians? Because the Saurians can't make these sounds, so I'm guessing these are not the Saurians telling them that that is their name. So the humans are coming up with these names, which means that someone, and I'm guessing it's Chaska, she thought that Chimpu was a good name for her mother, apparently. I named my street dogs Shimtu. Does it mean anything?
There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been the victim of a human attack.
Shimtu 1 and Shimtu 2? Why? Why though? Does it mean anything? And does that mean that your dogs were Chaska's mother? Is that how it works? Because it does sound a lot like Chimpu.
No,
What's wrong?
it's Chime, Koya's child. The attackers kidnapped her.
Ah, there you go. I knew it. The phlogiston wing seller has done something bad to the Kukusaur, which is why the Kukusaur is mad. I mean, yeah, well, it's not exactly surprising. In Telugu, Chimpu means tear it down. Really? It means legendary in Instagram Reels. Oh, okay. I have to admit, I do have a personal Instagram account, but I never use it, so I have no idea what's going on Instagram. But Chimpu means tear it down. Oh, that's actually an interesting name, I guess. For an angry person, maybe.
They came over the sea, under the cover of night, and they took Chime.
Only famous in India, don't worry. Oh, okay.
What the heck? Who would do such a thing?
I did scroll through Instagram once a couple of days ago, and all I saw was artwork, because the few people I follow on Instagram are people who do artwork, and they are friends of mine. It's probably different from Telugu though, probably African or something. I don't know if Natlan is really inspired by Africa. I don't think it is. Kind of, maybe. All I know is that there is supposed to be some inspiration from cultures around the Ring of Fire. So basically, all the cultures that surround the Pacific Sea, the Pacific Ocean. My bad, it's an ocean, not a sea. So I don't know if there is African culture mixed into it. I'm guessing maybe. Tell me your Instagram, man. I'll send you some of my inspirational videos. No, thank you. I really don't want to have more notifications on Instagram because my friends already send me things, and since I almost never log into the app, I have so many notifications. I don't want any more than those. And then when I log in, I have like 34 messages, and I'm like, oh god, I don't want to deal with that.
I searched day and night and finally found them.
When she says them... Oh. The attackers are here. Wait, did...
Oh yeah! Tafal's contraption is working like a charm! Got her in one!
Oh god, I thought for a second that they killed her. But I think they trapped her, like they probably used some kind of net. It's just that the game is not showing it to us.
Hey, there's another one! Wait, is that the one that got away last time?
If you add me, those 35 will become 70. Yeah, no, I can't deal with that. I'm already kind of mad just because, you know, whenever there is a red dot on Genshin Impact, like when you have a new thingy that appears, you have a red dot on the menu, I have to click on it just to get rid of them. So yeah, same thing with Instagram. I have to click just to get rid of these things. I don't want these notifications on my phone. I really don't like it.
Who cares? Just get them all. T'Pol pays us per catch.
But at some point, I will probably create an Instagram account for this channel and stuff like that. But I'm not there yet. For now, I'd like to focus on making the next video on Wuthering Waves, because I would like to get through the 1.0 story quickly rather, because I have a lot of videos to make. I still have acts 3 to acts 8, I guess, and then I'll have the exploration quest that I'd like to do as well. Focus on Twitch and YouTube for now. Yeah, I'd like to be quicker on making videos, but since I've been building things specifically for streaming, like all of my overlays and stuff like that. These things took a lot of time, so I couldn't work on the videos, but I will get back to that. You already have a lot to cover. Yes, I do. Especially because it's not as easy as one might surmise, because I have to go look back at my own videos, then I have to check on the wiki as well, because sometimes I chose dialogue lines that prevented me from experiencing other dialogue lines, which provided more information. So I have to check that on the wiki, then I have to write my script, etc. So if it's just editing, I should be able to do it. Thank you for offering, but I'd like to do it myself, just because I've only kind of just started in a way. Just gotta get that old me back. Fair enough. But since I've only started like doing these kinds of videos now, I'd like to really form habits as to how I want things to look and how I want things to be done. So I don't think I'm ready to ask someone else to do it for me, because I myself am still experimenting with things. For instance, I still don't know where I'm at with the background music, if I want them, if I don't want them, what volume, etc. So first off, I have to figure out what I want myself. Chill, man, I'm not gonna ask money from you. I'm just offering help, that's all. Oh, I wasn't even thinking about the money, but it is actually a fair point still. But just in terms of me wanting to, to develop my own style of editing first, and then I can ask someone to sub in my place. Then I can give you actual directions as to how I want things to look. But at the moment, I can't even do that, so it would be kind of strange. In a way, I guess. But I do appreciate the offer. Yeah, that makes sense. On top of that, as I said, I'm just starting, so I'd like to really get into it myself.
Quick, stop her!
Never mind, this is not what I wanted to do. Let's use Chaska just because she's mad.
Open fire!
Oh, wow, that was quick.
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, Phlogiston Wings! Take me out of here!
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned!
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured. And if that thing explodes right next to them...
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
Now, don't tell me Chaska is going to die as well. I mean, her sister already died, so...
It's still going, and it's getting worse!
Guess we need a more permanent solution. Alright then.
So she's playing baseball with the bomb, I guess? That's 59k pyro damage, how? No, we need you, Chaska. Yes, hopefully she won't die, but apparently she chucked the bomb, so everything's fine. But I'm guessing the 59k pyro damage is probably a vape, because I had both a pyro character and a hydro character in my team, so she used both hydro and pyro at the same time. Chaska throws the malfunctioning trackball into the distance moments before... Well, if you manage to read what happened, please do say so, because I didn't.
That was too close. I thought I was gonna die.
Oh wow, the Traveler is the Traveler's got no chill. He's like, that can still be arranged.
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
Well, do we even need to ask the question?
I am... No, it was...
Chaska is really hard to understand how she works. Well, the gist of it is you press E for her skill, then you charge attack, you hold it until she charges all of her bullets, and basically the first 2 or 3 bullets are always going to be anemo, and the last 4 are going to be randomly selected from that, and then you have reactions from that. That's the gist of it. I know that. Okay, if you know, then what is hard to understand? She's basically making the reactions herself. She is the whole team. I'm asking how she's doing pyro damage. Because she had a pyro character in her team, or are you asking in terms of lore because she has an anemo vision and yet she seems to be able to do other elemental damage? If that is your question, I have no idea. It doesn't matter who we put on her team. I believe it does. She draws from the elements that are in your team, and she can only use pyro, electro, cryo, and what do you call that? Hydro. I'm going to build Mika. Having myself a C6 Mika, and I actually went for it, which meant that I went for C1 Shenhe at that time, just because I wanted C6 Mika for my Eula. I can tell you that there is no point. I'm going to be really honest. There is no point. I'm not disappointed in having a C1 Shenhe. That's fine. But Mika is yeah, he's absolutely well, he's not useless, but he's not as good of a support as I wish he had been for Eula. For Eula, yes, because C6 Mika gives her a physical damage boost, if I remember correctly, something along those lines. And the attack speed boost that he gives also allows Eula to strike one more time, maybe even twice more, during her burst, which means that her burst itself charges more and she deals more damage. That's some hardcore simp right there. Yeah, I really like Eula as a character, and I love her design. I love the colors she's wearing and stuff like that. So I really wanted to make her great, you know. But yeah, that didn't happen. Unfortunately, Eula is among the forgotten characters of this game.
Well, she says it was you.
I like her thighs. I can certainly agree with that. I can certainly agree with that. But honestly, her gameplay is kind of fun as well. Although I will say that she's kind of hard to use in the overworld, because by the time her ultimate explodes, you've already killed everything with her normal attacks, so you don't get to see the big number. But in the Abyss, it can be fun to use her. It's just that nothing is geared towards physical damage. So yeah, that's kind of sad. Eula is in the ratio guy list. Oh really? You don't like Eula, except for her thighs? We have other ways of making you talk. Wow, the Traveler is full on, I'm going to beat up that guy.
Just tell me, who sent you here?
It was T'Pol. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs we can find.
Wait, who is T'Pol? Is that supposed to mean something to us? Do we know who T'Pol is?
And he also said that this Kukasaur has become a thorn in his side, so he needs dealing with urgently.
T'Pol? Huh. Sounds familiar.
Oh, okay.
But where from?
Even Chaska doesn't know, which means that it's not just me who somehow forgot. We just don't know who T'Pol is. So where is he now?
He tends to send his orders in writing.
T'Pol is my younger brother? Is that your younger brother's actual name? Oh god. We have your brother, and before that we had your dogs in the game.
He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face.
If I had paid attention, maybe I could remember who had this hair color, but I don't remember. He's eating dinner next to me. No, just making stuff up for fun. Oh, okay. It would have been fun, though. Yeah, I mean, it was fun, but it would have been even funnier had it been the truth.
And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for phlogiston wings, we deal with his henchmen.
So you didn't even make those wings?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here, to make them look like they're imported.
To make it harder to trace their origins.
Why does he want you to catch Kukasaurs?
I don't know, honest!
I have a feeling that the wings themselves might be made from Kukasaurs.
Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head? Would that change your answer?
Oh my god. Chaska is the boot hill of Genshin Impact.
No need. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything I know.
Wait, that dude is from Fontaine? Yeah, he's supposedly a merchant, but very clearly he's more of a criminal.
T'Pol doesn't tell us much, but he always stresses that he wants them alive. So that gives us some clues.
Motherfudger, yes.
This is just a best guess, of course, but we suspect that the gaseous phlogiston stored in the trackballs is drawn directly from the Kukasaurs.
Yeah, there we go, that's what I said. They made the, well, they made the balls, not the jetpacks. They made the balls from the Kukasaurs, but still. I don't think we have any kind of character who's cursing like Boothill in in Genshin Impact, which is kind of too bad. Boothill is a fun character. At least we can use these words thanks to Boothill. Yes, we can. Thank you, Boothill. He is a fun character, but I'm not overly fond of his gameplay. Have you ever pulled for a Boothill? I don't remember. I don't think you did, but just in case, I'll ask. Read it again. At least we can use these words. Thank you, Booty Hill. Okay. Never mind. My brain refused to read it. My brain straight went to the actual name and not to the Booty Hill. But I see what you did there. Does he have a booty though? I mean, Chaska has one. Wrightsley has one. But does Boot Hill has one? Have one? Do they have? My sentence. There was some problem with it, but never mind that. Does Boothill have a booty? Because I have to admit, I never looked at it.
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey, keep talking.
He's all metal? Is he all metal, or is it just his torso? I thought it was just his torso, but maybe it's everything. I have to admit, I have not paid much attention to the character. I feel like he's a fun character, but it's not a character that I really wanted to focus on, so I have no idea.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the phlogiston wings. The slightest imperfection can have disastrous consequences, as you just witnessed.
Mm-hmm. And I think we got some backstory on Boothill during the 2.6 main story with the banana monkeys things. But since I kind of skipped through the story, I have no idea what his actual backstory is, unfortunately.
But the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So, if you use them as an intermediary, then
you make your partners, your companion, into a machine, which is not good. I guess the next step is to rescue Koya's daughter, I suppose. Especially because Koya's daughter is actually Chaska's niece, so I have a feeling that Chaska will be pissed off. Himiko's VA said the power of Booty Hill when she was pulling for him. And did she get him in that temple? I certainly hope she did.
That's enough. So the Kukasaurs you took, where are they now?
Booty Hill whole body is metal except for his tongue. Oh, really? Wait, even his head is metal? His face seemed to be human, kind of, right? Wait, I'll go find the video. Sure. Was that the Himiko VA's pool? Was that a pool with the other VAs on Molly Jang's channel? I guess. Because she often organizes Seely's VA. She often organizes common polls with other VAs from Honkai Star Rail, which are really fun to watch. His whole body was destroyed or experimented on. Oh, I see. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, I guess.
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where he's based, apart from him and his henchmen. We've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times. But we always end up losing track of them.
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the sky?
I guess this means we can't go after the ringleader yet.
T'Pol. T'Pol. I'm sure I've heard that name. Maybe it was...
Chaska! Traveler!
Alpa? The hell is she doing here?
That voice! It's Alpa!
Elder Alpa? What brings you all the way out here?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an explosion. What's going on?
Well, let me fill you in. You explained T'Pol's scheme to Alpa.
I don't believe it.
Elder Alpa, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like I've seen it written down before. Maybe in a list of candidates for the flying trials?
Huh? So he's a member of your tribe then?
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather clan, I'd definitely know him.
Shall we head back to the tribe and do some investigating?
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from outside our tribe who came to participate in our flying trials once. You were away on a mission at the time, which is probably why you don't remember him. He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of soaring the skies, so he wanted to join our flying squad.
The Children of Echoes? That's rare.
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately failed to pass the trial and gain the Kukusaur's approval. In the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the Children of Echoes.
Wingless, huh? Maybe he invented the phlogiston wings to get revenge on the Kukusaurs.
Makes sense.
Perhaps. Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his regrets over his past flying endeavors.
Yeah, but at the same time, he is mistreating the Kukusaurs by exploiting them.
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukusaurs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take these guys back and expose the truth to the tribe. It's time for this conflict to end.
Easy, Chaska. Remember what I said about keeping a low profile? The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the phlogiston wings with Kukusaurs is only speculation. Bringing these men to the tribe now won't win over any current supporters of the phlogiston wings. In fact, it may even escalate the conflict further. After all, many are mistrustful of the Kukusaurs after recent events.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors about the Kukusaurs and slip some mora to anyone opposed to them, but...
Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child!
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Unless we have irrefutable evidence.
I mean, I guess... Well, we have the testimony of the dude doing the deed, so there is that as evidence, I guess. That works, right? But I suppose people are stupid, so we'll need more. You mean we need to catch T'Pol himself?
Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, leave these men with me. I'll escort them back to the tribe. I'll take the other members of their crew into custody, too. They won't get another chance to stir up trouble.
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is going to be the key to resolving this conflict. Let's hope the Children of Echoes have some info on him. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to fix this situation before it spirals out of control.
Well, more importantly, we have to save your niece, right?
Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon. I gotta fly.
Found the video, boys. Just a sec, I'll just finish this dialogue and I'll watch it. It should be finished, by the way, but just... Everyone departs, leaving only Chimpu and Koya. Okay, are we going to witness their dialogue? Wait, we actually get the translation for it. If you're worried, go ahead and follow her. Don't worry about me. Mom can take care of herself. Got it. How did we get the translation here? How does that work? Why? But we didn't get it previously. Now let me check what you sent me. It was a multi-stream, with several VAs. Wait, I could probably show this if I still have... Yes, I do have it. And wait a sec. No, I want you full screen. There you go. And transition. There we go. Perfect. I am almost a professional streamer. Almost, I said. Well, it only lasts for 8 seconds, so it should be fine.
Hello, I'm Chia. I voice Himiko. Witness the will of Booty Hill!
Oh, we can't see the actual pulls, unfortunately. That's too bad. I wish we had, but yeah. These pulling session on Molly Jang's channel, they are great. You probably won't even get a copyright? Wait, why would I? And transition back. But yeah, these what do you call that? These streams, Molly in general is a really fun streamer. And why did my OBS open up its own settings? The hell? Okay, sometimes things happen, I suppose. But yeah, I highly recommend watching her streams. They are very entertaining. It has to be 9 seconds to get a copyright. Ah, I see. Well, no worries about that. As you said, this one is an 8-second thingy video. And on top of that, all we heard was Himiko's voice actress. I don't think Himiko's voice actress is going to pursue me. At least I hope not. I have high doubts that she would ever do something like that. I think she doesn't even know I exist. But it would be funny, though, if something like that would happen. But never mind. My mind is going all the way to very strange places, imagining things.
So Appa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down? Just ask around until we find him?
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is...
Could it be Kachina or Shilonen? I would prefer Shilonen, but...
Wakey, wakey, Shilonen!
Oh, it is Shilonen! Great!
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
The video owner can put a setting like if someone uses this video, if they don't give credits, they will get a copyright. Oh, you can do that? I have to admit, I didn't even know that. Well, the video you sent me was from Molly Jang. I suppose I have said her name enough times to say that I gave credit to the person, right? I don't remember... Yes, no, Himiko's VA's name is Chia, I think, which is written CIA, I think it's something like that. So I think I'm in the clear. I think. Seems like you two both love climbing trees.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually stop for a nap.
it was there when I was still a content creator. I don't know if it's still there. I think it is. Well, I do remember a setting when you upload a video on YouTube, which is something along the lines of allowing people to reuse your stuff or allowing people to embed your video into their thing. Come on, it's only 8 seconds. It's not that much. I mean, I feel like you should be able to, but I know that sometimes even if you use like a tiny bit of a music, your video can be taken down or get a strike or get demonetized or stuff like that. So, you know, at some point you have to avoid thinking about it and just don't use copyrighted material. It's just easier that way, I think. But I don't think that bit of video is really copyright. I mean, maybe. I don't know the law exactly, but I don't think anyone is going to be mad at me for showing the 8 seconds you sent me. With the shorts introduction, it changed, I think. I'll go over the rules when I'm free and let you know. Sure, thank you. But overall, I shouldn't be in any kind of trouble because I never use other people's things in general. I only use things straight coming from the game. Even like the emojis that I'm using in my videos or stuff like that, they're emojis that were made by Kuro Games, so I'm fine with that. And the rest, the graphics or whatever else, usually I just made them myself. So everything is kind of either original or coming from the game or the game company. So, you know, in general, I am pretty much fine. Same with the music. I did use some music in one of my videos, but it was music that came from Wuthering Waves. So once again, should be fine. You don't have to worry about that. 9-second rule is a law. What do you mean by that? Do you mean that the 9-second is just a rule, or is it the law?
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupted my precious nap time. Might I inquire as to, why?
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait. Does the name T'Pol mean anything to you? He's a craftsman, apparently.
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. I think that's Puma's child.
Wait, her name is Puma? Her or his name is Puma? Puma is the name of an animal. Like, straight up, it's like calling your parent is named dog or cat or something like that. Puma is just the name of an animal. Oh well. The video or audio has to be 9 seconds to give a copyright claim. It's law that every platform has to follow. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, at least I have learned something new today. But as I said, I'm trying my damnedest never to use something that is not mine. Or at the very least, I make sure that it is something that I am free to use. Like, there are some websites where you can get videos and pictures and stuff like that that are free to use. Some of them have specific licensing where you can only use them for personal use. Some of them have commercial use as well. So there is a whole lot of things that you can do to avoid copyright. Now, the problem is that sometimes I want to make some jokes and use some music for that joke. Let's say like the JoJo music that you can use for the to be continued kind of thing. But if you use that music, that's kind of a bad idea. So yeah, in a way it prevents you from expressing your creativity for some things, but at the same time it forces you to find new creative ways to make your jokes and stuff like that. Puma brand. It is a brand as well, that's true. Is he in the tribe right now?
Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for him?
Because he stole, well, not stole, he kidnapped Chaska's niece, which is kind of a big deal. You try to explain what happened simply and briefly. Well, I just did.
Phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. Well, looks like no more rest for me today.
Just make sure the website is not illegal. I'm guessing you meant to say. But yeah, no. The websites I use, they are very well known. You know what they are for, and many people use them. And they have sections to pay the artists, or sometimes the artist would ask you to credit them. And you can leave the credits in the description of your YouTube video and stuff like that. There are conditions that are set up, and it's very well explained. Don't feel like I'm bragging or anything. I'm just telling you what I know so that you won't mess up or something like that. Oh no, don't worry. I wasn't thinking about you bragging or something else. I am always happy to hear more information about pretty much anything. I like to learn things, so I welcome any kind of advice, especially since you've had the experience of being a content creator, so any advice is always welcomed in my opinion. Yeah, autocorrection, my bad. My keyboard is negative. You always have trouble with your autocorrection.
Pulls it off? You mean he's tried making something like this before?
Which is why PC is better, because on PC I don't have an autocorrection, which means that if I make a mistake, it's my own. It is my own mistake. But at the very least, I know exactly what I'm writing.
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather clan.
So right after he went wingless then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted.
If I turn it off, my words won't even make sense. Wanna try? Or why not? I'm curious to see what it's gonna be like. But why wouldn't it make sense? Do you purposefully write with many mistakes in your words, or how does that even work? And by the way, I am still paying attention to the quest, even though I keep chatting with you. But the thing is, she said that she made a gun that is harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur. So the gun she made is alive? How is that even a thing? Like, apparently she makes things like... How? Shilonen, you're extraordinary, but also kind of unexplained. Praparito. Guess this one. Praparito. Apparently? I don't know. Apparently is the only thing that comes to my mind. Or apparition, but I don't know why you would say apparition. Probably referring to it's hard to balance or something. Oh, you meant about the taming part. Appropriate. Okay. But how did you come up with a praparito? Like, did you just miss every single letter except the first one and the second one, I guess, and the fourth one? But yeah, how do you do this? Yeah, but I don't know. I've been so used to writing properly every single letter for every single text message and everything that I don't even need the autocorrection on my phone. So maybe it's just me who's used to doing that way. I don't remember all of those spellings. Oh god, okay. I see. Okay. You have some spelling issues. I suppose it happens, but it would be nice if you learned. I think it would help you in life. I just let my keyboard do the do the work. Fair enough. Mina Wali. Is this meanwhile? I guess. Meanwhile, maybe.
But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. I never really kept up with him after that. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. But they settled in a remote area and don't interact with other people much. Which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. Your best bet is to chat to his direct family.
Damn, you're just like my auto keyboard. Why, was it actually what you meant to write? Was it actually meanwhile? Autocorrection? Yeah, don't worry, I got it. But, was it actually that? Because other than meanwhile, I have no idea what it could have been.
I'll, go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't be long.
The quest location is currently involved in something. Another quest. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. This is... can I enter focus mode? Yes, thank you. Because this is, the quest that is, messing things up is just a daily quest that I've already done 100 times. Well, maybe not 100 times, but several times. And, I know for a fact that I got the achievement that went with that quest, so I'm no longer doing it. Thank God for this enable focus mode thingy. A short while later, at Shalonen's workshop.
Allow me to introduce to Paul's mother, Puma.
Hello, we're...
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want to spend any longer talking about that boy than I have to.
Oh wow, she sounds really old. And yet she does not look old, aside from the grey hair. I think she's missing a few wrinkles here and there, because it's kind of strange to hear her voice and see her body at the same time. Depend on that setting too much. If I turn it off, I don't think I can even converse with you. She's just like my mom. Seriously? Your mom looks young but has an older person's voice? I mean, it's kind of strange. Although, I guess in real life you could see it happen, but yeah, in Genshin, like, with the anime style, it's really jarring. Because anime in general makes people look really young. Which is a problem I've had, because I've tried to what do you call that, to make a 3D model for myself, but it kept looking too young for my liking, so I kind of abandoned the idea. She hates and likes me at the same time. I mean, that way. Oh, I see. You have a very strange relationship with your mother.
I disowned him long ago. He is no child of mine.
But I guess in her case, in Puma's case, there is no like. She just hates him.
All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. Oh, we tried to talk sense into him, but he was obsessed. And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about building a workshop in the sky to avoid the constant criticism of us ground dwellers.
Probably. So I do remember that we saw a balloon or something up in the sky, and we didn't know whose balloon that was, so it was probably his, I guess. But it was above the Flower Feather clan, I think. She hates my guts because I pick a lot of fights, and she likes me because I'm her son. I see, yeah. The inherent love of your own children, but then your children do stupid things. No offense, but picking fights is kind of a stupid thing, but I guess we are all at some point we're all young and full of energy. That's what I'll say. Full of energy.
He left his notebook behind. Whatever questions you have, you can look for them in there. I am done talking about him.
But I believe you have grown out of picking up fights, if I'm not mistaken. I believe you told me that. So you have matured. So hopefully now she no longer hates you for picking up fights. That's why I stay away from home whenever I picked a fight. Because you knew it would turn out into a mess with your mother. I see. I understand the logic.
He's no son of mine. He never called me Mom anyhow.
Well, I guess she really hates her son now. Understandably so, I feel like.
Wow, they've really fallen out. Paimon sure wasn't expecting that.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol didn't even bother to show his face at the funeral.
Not nice. I see. It's horrible. Do you mean about your mother when you picked a fight? I'm guessing she must have been pretty mad at you. Be right back. Very well.
If you ask me, that was probably the final straw for Puma. I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you need, just come and find me.
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we got now, right? What's in there?
Ah, some reading for me. I have finally something to do in the game. Nepal's tattered notes. Okay, so these are balloon thingies, drawings, I guess, schematics maybe. And yeah, I do believe that the balloon we saw above the Flower Feather clan is probably his, I think. Okay, let's go into reading mode. Log number 97. The experiment was a failure. As expected, the technology of Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City, is not easily replicated. The floating device, bereft of the relic support, fell quickly. Is that a power output issue or a weight issue? It seems that we'll have to rely on components obtained from Cinder City, at least for the time being. Log number 120. Those blasted brutish boars. How dare they question my ideals? It's just a few smashed workshops. If we cannot even take such a minuscule risk, how can we ever surpass our predecessors? Whatever. The relic remains within my possession. As long as I continue my research, I will surely make progress. Log number 133. Even Father and Puma refuse to support me now. Put up to it by those Bulgarians in the tribe, I'm sure. But so what? So what if no one in this world supports me? I have my own ways. It is time to leave this place. My dream is the entire sky itself. I see. So he's kind of unhinged. Or at the very least, the way I read it was, well, I made him sound kind of unhinged.
Some early designs for the phlogiston wings, and some theorizing about an airborne workshop, Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City. Looks like that's where he got his technological inspiration from.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a big project for one person. Do we think he actually pulled it off?
Actually, look at that balloon sketch. Haven't we seen that somewhere before? Yes, we did.
Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super high up.
Oh, okay, it was above the trial arena, not above the actual clan, tribe, city thing.
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but what if that's the wrong question?
Yeah, no one wondered who got it up there. Like, no one went to see what was up there.
What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view? And it only descended to its current height due to some kind of malfunction.
Oh, that makes sense. In other words, it could be...
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time, that would definitely explain why Isidore couldn't find it.
I totally called it! But how do we get up there? Chaska, can you even fly that high?
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic T'Pol mentioned in his notebook.
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to find another way.
Well, Paimon, can you fly that high?
Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you really expect Paimon to go up there and take on T'Pol all by herself?
No, I was expecting you to carry me up there. And how does she know that it's beyond her altitude? Like, what is Paimon's altitude? How does she work?
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can. I'm not the only flying expert in my tribe, you know.
Oh, good point. We should go ask Elder Alpa.
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too. Let's head back and see what they suggest.
Good idea. We got a pulse tattered notes. Great. But before we continue, I need to... Oh god. I need to get up for a bit. Because my ass is killing me. As usual, it always happens around the 2-hour mark. Oh god. But it's not like I'm leaving anywhere, it's just that I am much higher above my microphone, and I don't want to move my microphone because I think it might make some unpleasant sounds for you. It's just that I do need to stretch a bit, and more importantly, just massage my ass. No, I'm not actually massaging anything. I just need to not sit on it. That's pretty much the gist of it. You know what? I could try and continue while standing up. Although I will talk a bit less because I do feel like you might be hearing me a bit less than you would normally, since I'm not at the same position with my microphone. But I will let the characters do the talking for now.
Chaska, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the tribe. Have you made any headway with your investigation?
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
If things are still escalating even though we've rounded up the merchants, maybe there are other parties out there fanning the flames too.
We found some promising leads, but there's a major obstacle standing between us and the irrefutable evidence we need.
Chaska explains what you found out about T'Pol.
A relic from the Cinder City? So Och Khan's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. And that's where you're trying to get to now?
Any ideas how we can get up there?
Neither phlogiston wings nor a Kukusaur can take you that high up. Do you really think that's where T'Pol is hiding?
You know what? There might just be a way.
Really?
How about we use a balloon as well?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all blocked, the gaseous phlogiston was trapped and unable to flow. But now, it's flowing freely. If we were to block them up again...
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the arena? To build up the pressure there?
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one spout, it would create a high-pressure wind current.
And then we just ride it up into the sky!
Or, I had another idea. I can call up the Archon of Animo, you know, Venti. He can make wind currents and all that.
Yes, it has its risks, but with Chaska's abilities, I think she could manage it.
It's an extremely risky approach, but I agree that it's feasible.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial grounds. She can explain how to block the spouts. Chaska, if anyone has a hope of seizing this evidence from the high heavens, it is you.
And I am now back, sitting in my chair.
Alright.
Oh, and I just heard that the people out there in the village, they were all talking about the situation, I think. Oh, and hello, Inkanak. You hurry to the trial arena and explain the situation.
That is a very bold idea.
Maybe so, but we have to act fast. What's the quickest way for us to block off the spouts?
From a technical perspective, I'd have to advise taking some measurements and carefully planning this out first. But I'm guessing that's not what you want to hear.
And thank you for the follow, Jasper the Friendly Ghost. That's quite the long name, but thank you for the follow. And I do like the name Jasper, by the way, but never mind that. Let's not get into detail. Let's let's not make me completely, what do you call that? Distracted. That's the word. I get easily distracted, unfortunately, but welcome to the stream, or something, I guess. I don't know if you've been there long, but welcome to it. I hope you will enjoy your stay. And I guess the answer to this is just right.
Then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid phlogiston over there?
My friend chose the name Jasper for me. Was your friend a ghost? Maybe. I don't know. And I love that little emote you used. Is that some kind of little dog? Or a cat? I can't tell because it's very small on my screen, but it looks lovely.
Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable structure has formed inside, making it highly damage resistant. It's not without its weak points, but unless they're all struck at the same time, the structural integrity won't be threatened.
So, what happens if we do strike them all at once?
Kind of a dog, yeah, it's a wolf. It's a very cute wolf. I would go more like for a dog than a wolf, because I feel like wolves are supposed to be, you know, fearsome creatures, whereas dogs, they can be cute and all that. I mean, I guess, well, maybe like very young wolves, they might be cute as well. But the older one, once they are adult, they are kind of killing machines.
It'll collapse.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yes, I see it too. I have to use Chaska to destroy these things because she's the only one who can use multi-target at the same time.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle, the solid phlogiston will fall right on top of the spout and block it up.
You're right about rough and ready. Sounds like my kind of plan.
And yes, they do give us a Chaska.
Let's fly.
Now the question is where to go. Oh, you can aim like this. Okay, it worked.
Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
We made it 2, and the last one.
Open fire!
Ah. Need a tiny bit more, and there we go. I think I'm going to fall before I get there. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bring it!
Please tell me I have enough to... Yes, I do. Great.
Take me up!
Ah, well.
It actually worked! But wait, how are Paimon and the Traveler supposed to get up there?
Koya can give you a lift. She's actually been following us this whole time.
Oh yes, I can actually see her here. I wonder if we could see her in other cutscenes and stuff like that. I didn't pay attention enough to notice it. Or maybe Koya is very good at stealth.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all!
Why didn't she come and join us?
Well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans. Or maybe just me. But right now, we need her power.
And I mean, we are going to save her daughter, I think, so she might as well join us. I guess she understood it.
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon her!
Yes, up there. That's probably where Chime is. Alright, let's go have a little talk with this T'Pol.
Let us indeed. And I have a feeling T'Pol is actually going to be one of the guys that we talked to at the very beginning of the quest. You know, when Chaska was supposed to convince them to retake the flight exam. I have a feeling he might be one of them, but I have honestly no idea which one, because I don't remember all of them. How high up are we? Oh god. Oh wow, this is really high up. I see. Well, we have arrived.
Paimon's never flown that fast before. She feels so ready to throw up.
Oh god. At least we made it in one piece.
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, but up close, it's clearly been heavily remodeled. And sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built machinery malfunctioned.
Can you tell what the issue is?
I should be able to figure it out with DePaul's notebook. Thankfully, I know a little DIY from fixing up my guns when they're having issues. That should just about do it. Now all it needs is a nice hard kick.
Wait, is she saying that by learning how to rebuild her guns or, messing up with her guns, she can now do the same but with a hot air balloon? Because I have a feeling like the engineering between the two are quite different, you know?
Maybe that works on your guns, but...
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Huh? We're really moving!
But that's also what I thought. I had a feeling it would actually happen. Oh, we are getting teleported. Are we entering an instance dungeon? Or is this a new part of the map that we haven't unlocked? Could be the part above the clouds.
Here it is! The workshop in the sky! Oh, you gotta see it to believe it.
Oh yeah, this is a whole huge map, so this is not just a part of a dungeon. I feel like this is probably the southwestern part of the map that was just clouds up until now.
Makes you wonder why T'Pol even bothers with phlogiston wings when he has tech like this.
There is a fair point.
Well, according to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the Cinder City. Those can't be mass-produced. Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing how it moved just now. For someone like T'Pol who dreams of flying freely, this definitely doesn't cut it.
But if he's got that relic, he should be able to make a set of prototype wings for himself, right? Why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass-produce them?
If he can come and go freely from this workshop, he's probably already built those prototype wings for himself. Maybe he's still mad at the fact that he failed the test, and more importantly, he failed to acquire the approval of the Cucosaurs, and that is why he made this technology to replace them, to kind of hurt them because they hurt him in a way. That's my guess.
But this doesn't add up. If he's already achieved the power of flight, then he must have bigger dreams we don't know about. But what?
With any luck, we'll find the answers in his workshop.
Oh god. Rescue the caged Cucosaur.
Like the merchants were right. T'Pol's using them for his own ends.
I'll bet that mechanism on top of the cage opens the door. Let me give it a try.
Yay! Are there any other that we need to rescue? There is one there. But let me check the surroundings. I don't see any. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that there aren't any other except for this one. Though wait, can I open the map? Ah, I see nothing. So we are not here, actually. We are someplace else, I guess. It's kind of strange, I feel like. I don't know what to think about this. Ah, talk to Chaska. Oh. Wait, did we find the...
Fly away like the others.
Ah, it's injured.
She's still breathing, but barely. By the looks of it, T'Pol was using these cages to extract phlogiston from the Cucosaurs. Once a Cucosaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. We'll have to come back for these ones after dealing with T'Pol.
There's another notebook here.
Let me see. Looks like a record of his phlogiston research. Log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally able to launch the airborne workshop. Even though it relies on the relic for 80% of its power supply, I've at least taken the first step. Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. I should be able to replicate the technology and scale up production very soon. Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention, the Phlogiston Wings. I think I'm getting close. Soon I will achieve my dreams.
But we also just learned that Teyvat is working with someone else, and I don't think it's Isidore.
Log number 377. Encountered some issues with the new smaller model Phlogiston Wings. The gaseous phlogiston showed some volatility during the refinement process. Thinks we should proceed at a more cautious pace with the refinement experiments. But after so many past failures, I have to prove that I will succeed this time. Log number 114. Ran an experiment using cucosaurs to refine gaseous phlogiston. It was a success.
Wait, didn't we just go from log 330 to now 114, so we went back to the past? Or maybe he has some strange way of numbering his logs.
Log number 117. I've started recruiting merchants and hunters to capture wild cucosaurs. Log number 121. Major breakthrough in the efficiency of phlogiston yield.
Or maybe it was just log number 30 and not 330. Maybe I misread.
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out!
Based on the context, it should be someone's name.
Yeah, probably the contact he alluded to in his other notebook. Guess he has a benefactor.
But who could it be?
Did anyone else notice how the numbering system in this notebook suddenly changed halfway through?
Ah, so I'm not an idiot. I actually have a memory. Good. I thought for a second that I may have misread, but no. Yeah, and the tone seemed to change a lot too.
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Grab the notebook and let's press on. Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you?
Well, why not? I'd like to grab this... Oh, I can't. I can. Okay. Now I have to wait 3 seconds. My bad. I just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't die while flying.
Whoa! What's that mechanism doing?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
I have no idea what I just did, but I did it anyways. And somehow it worked. This looks like an area where... Yep.
It's Teyvat's henchman. He must have brought them here using the relic in his prototype wings. Watch out! Locked on! Locked on!
Okay, not gonna lie, she's rather strong. Still not pulling for her because I'm saving for Moika and her weapons, but still, she's strong. Investigate.
Hey, look here! More of
No.
Topal's notes!
And there we go. And there we go. Let's hope there's some useful information inside. You scour Topal's notes for more information.
Log number 403. Introduce me to some new comrades who fully support my ideas. I told them that some Saurians are blessed with wings, and some people with natural gifts, while the less fortunate among us can only look on longingly as they seize the skies. But I also told them that progress can erase individual differences. Think of the tools humanity has made to fight back against wild beasts. The law we have put in place to even the playing field between the strong and the weak. I promised them that our research will be the new frontier of human progress. With our phlogiston wings, the power of flight will no longer be for a select few to enjoy. Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share.
I mean, I understand the point, but he is still exploiting someone else or something else. I mean, we can't... they are supposed to be considered family, the Saurians. They are supposed to be considered family, so I guess I can say someone else. So he is exploiting a living creature, sentient living creature. So, yeah, I guess in his mind, the end justifies the means.
I only hope that when we finally achieve this goal, we'll be proud of me.
Is it Puma? Does he have mommy issues and he wants to make his mother proud? Or maybe it's his father, who knows?
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. Yes, what a wonderful world that would be. If only it were possible. We could respond faster, and so many tragedies could be prevented. But DePaul, what about the Saurians you're draining dry of phlogiston? You're not sharing the sky, you're stealing it! Bad move. I won't let you get away with it.
Chaska? You getting worked up?
I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Don't get
we'll
worked
find
up.
Anything else here?
Gotta keep these abyssal energy in yourself in check. It's kind of too bad that there is nothing in this Oh god! Oh god, I was not supposed to do that. But thankfully, we still made it. Oh my. Wow, wow. I scared myself a bit. Is this not, have we still not found, what's her name? Chime? Chime? The... Oh god. Yeah, I'm a better shot than you. And... are we just supposed to shoot it? Oh, you know what? Apparently, something seems to be stuck. Yes, indeed. The hell am I supposed to do about it? Just shoot it as well? No. No. Never mind. Are there mechanisms to make it strange? Well, technically speaking, I can just do this.
Take me up.
And see what's oh god. Is there something I can do here? No. Oh, did I
Let's fly.
Oh my god, thank god we have a flying character here, but still, that doesn't answer the question as to how I'm supposed to unlock this. Let's see. Go down. And, now I'm stuck on the outside. God damn it, me. Where did I go? Oh, it was indicating this thing. Ah, well, now I kind of feel stupid, but, you know what? At the end of the day, it still worked out. Let's try and remain positive. And away we go.
I can't believe he captured so many Kukasaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source.
Ah, my bad.
Looks like we've reached the center of the workshop.
And still no sign of Koya's baby.
Let's search this area for now. If we still can't find Chime, we'll double back.
Okay. You split up and begin your search.
Chaska, Traveler, come quick!
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
Let's give it a read.
Alright.
Log number 428. We decided to restart the experiments on phlogiston refinement, but without telling. This is the final obstacle to the success of the Phlogiston Wings project. We cannot fall at the last hurdle. Log number 436. Earlier today, suggested using Kukasaurs as an intermediary to extract refined phlogiston. It's certainly feasible, but anyway, as long as our secret experiment succeeds, I'm sure won't bring it up again. Log number 443. We will conduct the experiment tomorrow. Birthday is coming up, so hopefully we'll have a birthday surprise for her.
So, Tapal did not want to exploit the Kukasaur. It was his benefactor who wanted to do so. And his benefactor is apparently a woman. So my theory regarding the fact that it might be his mother is still kind of valid, but I'm really not sure about it though.
Log number 444.
Huh? Why is this log empty?
It failed.
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
There's more. Let's keep reading.
Log number 0.
When we changed scenes, I noticed that the bird, Chaska's sister, was also in there, kind of looking at the paper. But I'm like, can the bird read? Like, or are we reading the words to the bird so the bird can understand them? Can the bird understand the words? I have so many questions.
We lost many comrades in the accident. Among them are friends, lovers, and children. But we cannot stop now. We will keep their legacy alive and carry their dreams forward.
What kind of an accident happened?
As of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method. Instead, we will focus all our efforts on phlogiston extraction from live Kukasaurs.
Okay, so the benefactor planted the idea in him that he could use live Kukasaurs for extracting phlogiston. But at first he was against it, tried it his way, failed, killed a number of his own people, and thus he decided to use that idea instead now. I guess. It's the only guess I can make.
They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild serves no one but themselves. Their true worth lies in their sacrifice for the sake of human progress.
Well, the first line, they are arrogant beasts. I don't know about arrogant, but their existence in the wild serves no one but themselves. Yes, that's pretty much the point of a species. It's not to serve anyone other than itself. Like, the purpose of a species or an individual among a species is to perpetuate the species, is to remain alive, and there was a third one, but I can't remember. But at the end of the day, yeah, a species is not meant to serve any other species. That's not how it works. I mean, anyway, but the point is he thinks they are arrogant, and the shift in him seems very sudden. And now he's talking about their true worth lying in the sacrifice for the sake of human progress, which I feel is where he lost his humanity.
To facilitate our operations, we will gradually move the airborne workshop closer to the Flower Feather clan, even as we continue to expand it.
Why though?
All this we do to create a world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. All this we do to make Tapal's dream a reality.
Ah, so I guess his name is not Tapal. Well, I mean, I know his name is not Tapal because I have a feeling he's just one of the people I mentioned earlier, the people that we met at the very start of the quest. I think it was during Act 1. But who is Tapal? I guess Tapal is still a dude, right? Because the mother, Puma, talked about him as a son. Unless this dude knew Tapal and took Topal's place at some point, which is why he never mentioned or called Puma mother. But then things are getting quite complicated.
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0, it kinda sounds like this is someone new. Does that mean that Topal's already...
But in that case, who have we been pursuing?
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook. It's from Puma.
Topal, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know how to reach you. My best bet is to send this letter to the Flower Feather clan. Your father is gravely ill. Oh, I know we've had our differences in the past, but he is still your father. Won't you come and visit him? Please. I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. All you ever yearned for is the sky. And your birth mother.
I see. So she's not actually his mother, more like an adoptive mother, I guess.
But we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back. This may be the last chance you'll get to see your father.
So Puma's not Topal's real mom? Huh. Well, she did say he never called her mom, but I might assume she was just venting.
We know that Topal's father passed away quite recently, and this letter looks recent. By contrast, the writing in this notebook is old and faded. It looks like the real reason Topal didn't attend his father's funeral is because he'd long since passed away himself.
Then the real ringleader behind all of this...
If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, why Topal always yearned for the sky, and how he got his hands on a relic from the Cinder City, it all points to one answer.
I have no idea who that might be.
That's right. Topal was my child. He was born during my days as a wingless wanderer. His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless, wingless nobody.
Hello, Alpa.
But his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly, until the love we once had for each other was gone. He started a new family, with another traveler who was also looking to return home. And I went back to the Flower Feather clan, alone. I had no idea that despite being raised among the children of echoes, my child still harbored dreams of the skies. Can you imagine, Chaska? The joy and surprise I felt when he showed up at my door, asking to join the flying trials, or how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth, rather than relying on my position as elder. And then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the Kukasaurs and became wingless, just as I had after my injury.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chaska. I'm not here for a fight. I just want to talk. Isn't that your preferred way to resolve things?
Yeah, but let's be honest, this is going to end with a fight.
I trust you've learned of Topal's wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. If only his dream can be realized, no one will ever have to lose their wings again. Our aerial prowess will be greater than ever before. War will never again come at such a great cost. The loss of Koichi is a tragedy that need never be repeated.
Well, just because you can fly doesn't mean that the war against the Abyss is going to be easy peasy.
So tell me, Chaska, do you really wish to see the phlogiston wings forever grounded and gathering dust?
And I feel like Alpa mentioning Koichi is kind of a low thing to do, you know?
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? It was a necessary measure. Sometimes this is the only way to accelerate the pace of progress. Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? Of course not. It is a brief moment of suffering for the greater good, and the child would come to understand this in due course. The phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if we cling to the scraps the Kukusaurs offer us. Once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, they will never look back. Even if they learn how the refined phlogiston is sourced, they will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Kukusaurs is a small price to pay for our dominion over the skies. But this I had not anticipated. I barely had the chance to introduce the phlogiston wings to the tribe before you found this place.
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Yet, it can still be salvaged. Chaska, traveler, you are the hope of humanity.
Is she actually trying to convince us? Because I feel like Chaska has proven herself not to be convincible in this case. And as for the traveler, I don't think he will stand for it either. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what she's trying to pull here.
I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods, but know that my love for humanity and for Natlan is genuine.
Yeah, it doesn't make what you're doing right.
You know me, Chaska. And you know that I've always treated everyone in the Flower Feather clan as my own children, as fellow humans. Surely you can understand my perspective.
You wish.
Alpa, Natlan doesn't belong to humans alone. And truthfully, neither do I.
Yeah, I mean, this... I don't really know what Alpa was trying to do. Like, in my mind, like, there was no way she could convince us, which is why I said earlier that this could only end with a fight. There is no way we are convincing each other. So, yeah, I don't know what she's trying to do.
How many times has the Abyss invaded Natlan now? And yet despite how much stronger it is than us, Natlan still stands as a nation of humans and Saurians. Peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days, because social bonds are what hold a civilization together. Weren't you the one that taught me that? And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to take more power for ourselves? That's as stupid as hacking your own arm off to use it as a club.
That's a good metaphor. I like it.
They are wild beasts, driven purely by instinct. How could they possibly understand human social bonds?
That shows a lot about how little you know about animals in general. And I'm not just talking about Kukusaurs, because they are fictional, so it's kind of hard to know a lot about them. But, I mean, even dogs and cats and other kinds of animals have a lot about, they know a lot about social bonds, and perhaps not human social bonds, because we added a lot of strange context. When I say strange, like, it's strange in comparison to other animals. We have a unique context to the way our society works and our social bonds work, but at the end of the day, other animals form such bonds as well. So what she just said makes no sense to me. Like, even in the real world, we have animals like that. And in the case of Saurians, it's even worse, because we know that we have seen, at least through every single encounter we've had thus far with Saurians living within the tribes of the Children of Echoes, the others, because I can't think of their name, the People of the Springs, and the Master of... No, the Night Wind, we haven't been there just yet. The other ones, the People of the Canopy. There was something other than people, but you get the point. Throughout all of our adventures in Natlan, we have seen time and time again that the Saurians actually truly understand living with humans. They forge bonds with their human. And we ourselves have a bond with the little one, Geodude. So, yeah, I don't get it. I mean, maybe it's because she felt rejected by the Kukusaur at some point, but then she still managed to pass the test, so I kind of feel like it's a moot point. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure about that, how that all worked out. But yeah, this sentence to me, it just shows a lot of ignorance as to how the world actually works. Like, whether it in reality or in Genshin Impact.
How did someone like her ever become a writer?
Maybe Kukusaur instincts are not so different from ours, because clearly she had them fooled too.
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak. That's all there is to it. They never gave Tepal a second glance when he was at his lowest, nor me when I returned injured from the Cinder City. It's all about survival of the fittest for them. Plain and simple. They obeyed me once I proved myself stronger than them, but the moment it serves them better, they'll abandon me in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but that's because you did that by force, and you are just proving Chaska's point. It's because you subdued them with force, showing them that you're stronger than them, that they are now serving you because they are trying to survive, which is normal. And like anyone would become subservient to another if that meant that they could survive. That's the whole point of an individual. Once again, it's to survive and ensure that the species continues to exist. But it doesn't mean that you can't forge other types of bonds which are not led through fear and strength, or that's a separate point of view, I suppose. But at the end of the day, all she's doing is proving exactly Chaska's point, but she herself is only looking at things with a very narrow prism in order to suit her own narrative in her mind, which is exactly the type of people that I really dislike.
You're wrong, Alpa. They only reject the wingless because they don't want to fly anyone to their death.
Chaska, I will promise you this. Only the unruliest wild Kukusaurs will be used for phlogiston extraction. The ones who have nothing else to offer to humanity.
But why would they have to offer anything to humanity in the first place? Like, what makes you think you are above them? This is tiring me at some point. Because every single argument she's making, in my mind, is wrong. I mean, it is a personal opinion, and you are free to believe whatever you want, but I don't think other species or animals or stuff like that are there to serve us. We are using them. That's another way of phrasing it, but that's another perspective and another point entirely. It's not that these animals, the Kukusaurs or otherwise, are there to serve us, like the chicken you have for dinner. That chicken is not there to serve you, it just exists, and you made something out of it for your own use. You are using the chicken is not here to serve you. So, yeah, that's, never mind.
Well, that's too bad, because I know a few unruly wild Kukusaurs who don't think that idea is gonna fly. Namely my mom, my sister, and me. And the others? To us, they're friends, family, even children. So if you want to put any of them in one of your cages, you're gonna have to go through us.
Is that right? I knew you might be difficult to convince. Maybe this will change your mind.
Is she going to use her niece as a hostage? Yeah, that's what I thought. I had that thought earlier, actually, but I didn't say anything about it yet. And somehow Paimon recognizes her, even though this is the first time she's seen her. With the dramatic Shime, but you don't know her. I mean, it would have been very funny if that bird, Chime, was not actually Chime, and just some random other bird. But I do know that it had to be this way because it's more dramatic and stuff, but...
Careful! Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her suffer.
Oh no, that's one of the extraction cages!
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them, our strongest warrior and our most powerful ally aren't there to stop it.
Take control? What are you planning to do with Mutota and his supporters?
Merely accelerate their inevitable downfall. They cannot stand in the way of progress forever. It is not the move I wish to make, but I'm afraid you and your friends force my hand. And since you insist on imposing me too, I have no choice but to keep you here until the dust has settled.
So that's what you meant by I just want to talk. You never intended to negotiate. You just wanted to stall us.
Ah, so there was a point to all of that talk because, yeah, as I said before, I was unconvinced by the fact that she was trying to convince us. But there was actually a point. She was not trying to convince us.
No, Chaska. I genuinely hoped I could win you over.
Never mind, she's actually stupid.
You are the strongest warriors we have. Put down your weapons, and I promise you that no harm will come to this young Sarian.
But, I mean, once again, why would you want to work with someone who is threatening you, or rather threatening a loved one, in order to make you work for them? Like, what makes you think that this is going to work? Like, at the end of the day, Alba is going to have to threaten Chime for the rest of her life if she wants us to work for her, because otherwise, the moment she releases Chime, we are not working for her anymore, and we are crushing her, right? So, yeah, in my opinion, her plan makes no sense. The only thing she can do here is try and kill us. That way we can't do anything to jeopardize her plan. But, yeah...
I just need you to stay here for the next couple of weeks or so, while my people consolidate their power. Then, I will give her back to you, and you'll be free to leave.
Sure, yeah, I'm gonna camp out here for the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I have just that to do. No. And you really think the Pyro Archon is gonna let you get away with a coup?
As long as the majority supports our vision, even the Pyro Archon cannot meddle in our internal affairs.
Well, I mean, she can burn you to ashes. That's not exactly meddling, that's just murdering. It works.
Your vision is deranged, and the Flower Feather Clan will never support it.
You sure about that? Then wait here and see. Time will tell.
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back, Mutota's in grave danger!
And her wait and see line... Yeah, sure, but the thing is, you are working to take control of things, you are manipulating people, you're only presenting part of the truth to people, which is manipulation, I guess. And on the other hand, you're asking us to do nothing, and then you're kind of gloating about the fact that you're winning. Which is, I mean, I don't get it. It's kind of like, I don't know, you're playing a basketball match, but you are tying up your opponents, all of them. Their hands are tied, their legs are tied, and then you say, oh, wait and see at the end of the match who wins. Duh, who wins? Ah, she's pissing me off in a good way, or a bad way, I guess. I don't know. But I guess she's a villain, so villains gotta do villain things.
Stop delaying the inevitable! Drop your weapons and get into the cages, now!
She's still holding Chime hostage. Is there really no other way?
What about Mother? Where is Chimpu, I think? I'm sorry, Chime. Oh, is Koya willing to sacrifice her daughter for the rest of her kind? I might have to do something unmotherly. Do it, Mom. I don't want to be a burden. What kind of a warrior would that make me?
Koya? Huh? What are you yapping about?
Yeah, that's my line about myself, because I keep yapping.
Stand down. Drop your weapons, now!
Well, she should have seen that coming.
No! The relic!
Now, let us go.
Solidify!
Oh wow, this is going to go fast.
Busted. Gotcha. Ha! Give up, Alpa. We're negotiating my way.
Which will it be?
Hey, something's up with this relic!
That's all I've got.
Oh, it's gonna blow up. Oh, never mind. It's putting. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, so the entire workshop is going to burn down.
She'll bring us all down with her!
But why? We stabilized the relic.
Did you though?
Maybe it got damaged in the fight. If we don't think of something fast, this whole workshop is gonna fall apart.
Well, last time you threw it away, so maybe that can work again.
No. They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe!
Leave the workshop to me. You deal with the relic. If we don't solve this problem at the source, this whole place will come crashing down.
Okay. It's too powerful. This ain't a toy like last time. I don't think I can just throw it aside.
Ah, I was hoping you could.
But we need to get it far away before it explodes. Then the tribe will be safe, and so will this workshop.
Is Koya or Chaska going to pull off a Batman like in the Dark Knight Rises or something like that?
Koya, remember when we were kids? Come on, let's take this thing high up into the sky.
No, maybe they are both going to pull off a Batman, I guess.
Don't worry. I know I can get rid of it before it explodes. We're talking some surface wounds at most. All I need is for you to catch me at the end. Just like old times. I can't hold it back anymore. We have to go.
Don't be insane!
Alpha attacks Chaska from behind while the relic is going wild.
What are you... You're a fool, Chaska! Why would you choose such a risky solution? We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe to this wild Saurian!
I'm the fool. You really think you can stand a better chance than me?
Okay, she's just gone insane.
Sure, it may be asking too much for an ex-wingless to escape the blast radius in time, but I can fly it a safe distance away, even if it's the last thing I do.
So she's choosing to die herself instead of trusting a Saurian and Chaska.
This should be high enough to save the clan. What?
You don't get to die a hero today.
Well, in my opinion, she's not a hero, she's just a dumbass. Oh god. But please tell me, she's okay. Well, both Chaska and Koya. Oh, okay. Phew, they're fine. Because I was like, okay, Chaska already lost one sister, she doesn't need to lose another.
Koya, are you hurt? Let me take a look at you. What do you mean, I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to catch me on your back? Why did you try to shield me from the blast?
Because she wanted to protect you, which makes sense because you're her sister and she loves you, I guess. Which is, once again, the human bonds that apparently she doesn't have, according to Alpa.
Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as stubborn as ever.
Chaska, Koya!
How are things looking here?
All taken care of. Kind of. Oh, we are using Geo here. And I guess we snuffed the flames with Hydro?
I owe you one. Again.
Oh yeah, it might be time to let the kid free.
Oh, but be honest. Do you still think Kukasaurs can't form bonds?
Mom, I'll figure out the refinement problem. I'll find a way. You don't need to worry about it. I just need some more time. That's all I ask. Please just trust me. Just this once.
So I guess he was the one who died, well, one of the people who died during this refinement process, or artificial refinement process.
The Flower Feather Clan yield to the strong. And it's up to the winners to define what strength means. So it looks like it's my turn to yield.
Koya! Koya!
Now don't tell me she's going to lose another sister. Come on. Come on, Genshin, one sister was not enough? Please? I mean, I had more attachment to Koichi than I had to Koya, but still.
So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the 10,000th time, I'm sure. The blast barely touched her. The reason she fainted was old injuries playing up, compounded by overexertion in recent days. The moment she finally relaxed, all the built-up stress finally caught up with her. And no wonder. Honestly, she's just like you. Anyway, now you know how we feel when you go off risking life and limb. Your mother and I would both appreciate it if you lived less dangerously. You know she wrote to me from the Masters of the Nightwind, just to scold me for not doing enough to keep an eye on you. If she wasn't so busy with work, you can bet she'd come back here and chew us both out in person.
Oh, I'd be curious to meet Chaska's mother.
I'll find an opportunity to apologize to her. I promise.
I mean, I've already met one mother of Chaska's, I mean. Why not the second one?
You'd better. No more avoiding us, okay? And don't get me started on all the checkups you've missed.
Got it. Got it. Huh? Koya? You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Hey, but we're not done talking. What are we gonna do with her, Even after everything that's happened, she still hasn't figured out how to start the conversation with you. She keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. But if you ask me, she's the one who's scared to open up and have an honest conversation. For all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. You'd think as a peacemaker, she of all people would know how to reconcile with her family after a falling out.
Well, you know what they say, doctors are the worst patients, and stuff like that about other professions is also true. And I guess for peacemakers, this is also true.
She must have been a handful growing up. Thank you for being there for her. And of course, thank you for keeping her safe when you were up there in the sky.
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
What are you talking about just now?
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to go chasing danger with Chaska ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Cusco, I understand how you must feel. But it's all thanks to Koya and Chaska's efforts that the airborne workshop didn't come crashing down on our heads.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask. They didn't hurt you while we were gone, did they?
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was out coaching Koya and Junan. The two of them were a huge help. They took care of things while I went around rallying the resistance. So, in the end, Alpa's would-be revolt didn't really get off the ground.
So her whole plan was pointless.
And as it turns out, not all of the wingless want to see our dear Saurian friends replaced with phlogiston-powered gizmos. I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should have caught on to Alpa's scheme sooner. We could have saved so many Kukasaurs from getting hurt.
I will say it once again, I really like Mitota's voice.
Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've just left one small, harmless part intact, and repurposed it as a jail for Alpa and her cronies.
So now you have a jail in the sky? We have Fontaine with a jail underwater, and now we have Natlan with a jail in the sky. Why not?
Let's see how they like being locked up in a sky prison.
How the tables have turned.
So, it looks like there's just one less conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker, you're up.
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? And now they have. But I still have no idea what to say. Koya, I just want to say, I'm sorry for how things went down back then.
There's nothing to be sorry about. Human or Saurian, we all grow up and form new bonds with new family and friends. And now, I've come to understand why you chose to stay among the humans.
Huh? Does this mean you're not mad at me anymore?
That's right.
There's that family likeness coming through again.
Paimon, zip it.
But that day, when we ran into each other...
Alright, I admit, I was angry in that moment. I thought you were their accomplice.
Huh? So then, when did you finally make your peace with it?
Mom? Hey, slow down.
Oh, it's Chime and Chimpu. They're here too.
Mom, are you okay? Mom is fine, love. We're all doing well. I guess it was when it was my turn to embrace a new family of my own. And that is the end of Fading Flowers and Falling Feathers Act 3 complete. We are done. It only took us 3 hours and 14 minutes. I am not slow one bit. What is that? New quest. Oh, never mind. This is just the, this thing, the, what do you call that again? Daily quest that I didn't do because I used my, resin and stuff to, clear that.
Osmanthus wine.
What is this? And, oh, we can claim this. Okay, great. Thank you very much. And that'll be it, I suppose.
Same as I remember.
What is, B? What did we get here? Oh, new thingy. Which one did, here. Vuka is fated to transcend hardship and answer the expectations of those they love deeply, or deeply love. I see. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 left to go until it is complete. I am guessing we'll get those. We should at least get one from the next Tribal Chronicles. Although, wait, we can't do the next one. Or rather, the next one, the one I'm thinking of is, what do you call that? The Masters of the Night Wind, because that one is supposedly coming with Sitlali, and Sitlali is supposed to come in the next patch, right? Not this one. What is this? Oh, decorations, sure. And, oh right, I bought that. Very well. Very well. Let's see, in terms of exploration, we are still far from oh wow, 1% here. I mean, to be fair, the only thing I explored was just getting this thing. And what is this? Shrine of Depth. Oh, because we went somewhere over there and we completed a puzzle. Okay, I do remember, and I do understand why we are getting all of these things. And we have some rewards to grab here.
And those that come across Leo.
Hello, Abundi. Let me grab them rewards. Ah, what is this? Farewell, Final Saurus Cracker, every aspect of a warrior. Are these world quests, maybe? Or are these other types of quests? I have to admit, I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that. But never mind that, let us switch scenes. Studio mode, just yapping, and there we go. There we go, perfect. Yeah, the quest itself was pretty good. Let me remove my headset. That certainly feels right, not to have my headset anymore on my ears. But yeah, to yap a tiny bit before ending stream, I have to say, yeah, the quest itself was rather good overall. I enjoyed it, but I still feel like there was a lack of Koichi in there. Not in the sense that she could have been there, because, well, she was dead. I mean, we could have seen her in flashbacks, for instance, but no. And the point is that I feel like we haven't delved into the ordeal of losing her sister. Now, we have been going into details about her other sister, her Saurian sister in Koya, and even her Saurian family in general, which is great. It's very interesting. And the fact is that this remains a Tribal Chronicles and not exactly a personal character quest like we used to have. I don't know if this is how they are going to make quests from then on. I don't know if this is exactly what they are going to do for every single character that comes out. I'm not entirely sure what other characters we are waiting for, at least for Natlan itself. We are waiting for Sitlali, but she has the Master of the Night Wind. And I believe there is one other tribe. Oh, right, we have Jansen. I completely forgot about Jansen. I don't remember what tribe Jansen is part of, but we are missing that tribe. So I guess we'll also have a Tribal Chronicles for that. And then we also have Moika, but Moika is not part of a tribe anymore since she's the Pyro Archon. So I guess there is that. But yeah, at the end of the day, this war... I can't fault the game for managing to mix these things up, or mix the two up. By mixing them up, I'm talking about mixing both something personal to Chaska, i.e. her family and Saurian family and how it all worked, and the tribal story itself. Both of them were connected. They were really well made, or rather well written, and that's what I would say. That is why I enjoyed the quest. It brought me information on both the tribe and the Chaska. I shouldn't call her the Chaska. It reminds me of the Herta, but never mind that. We got information on both Chaska and her tribe, which is great, which is exactly what one would expect from the Tribal Chronicles. That being said, once again, that is only personal, something that I wanted. I wanted to see more of Koichi, more of how Chaska was dealing with her death, because it kind of felt like Koichi's death was brushed over. Because at the end of the Archon quest, Chaska did not have the time to properly deal with her sister's death. She was called to action, she was called to receive the power of the Ancient Ones, and help Moika and power up Moika so Moika could blow up the sky and make a huge hole in it. So there was that. So immediately after her sister's death, she had to go into basically work mode, if you want to call it that. She went into work mode and she just continued on with that. So she never really grieved for her sister. At least she maybe grieved for like 5 seconds. She was angry and all that, and then she managed to calm down, which is great. But we didn't really see the impact of Koichi's death. And that is something that I wish we had seen a bit more. Kind of like how we saw Navia really grieve for her father's death, even though we hadn't even seen her father's death on screen. I mean, it happened prior to the events that we participated in. And she also grieved for Silver and Malus. So yeah, I wanted to see something like that. And I know that Chaska and Navia are very different types of characters. Navia is much more upfront with her feelings, her emotions, and she puts them on display. Well, when I say it like that, it kind of sounds bad, but it's more in the sense that she is not afraid of showing them. She is unapologetic about having these feelings, and she will show them if she needs to show them, which I think is great. It's important to show your emotions. But here, Chaska is someone who has a tendency to bottle things up and then blow up at some point, I suppose. But more importantly, I do realize that there is that difference between the two, so it might have been hard to write something about Chaska's way of dealing with her sister's loss, but it's still something that can be done because we all grieve in different ways, and I feel it might have been interesting to see someone like her grieve, someone who doesn't show emotions. So how do we interpret her grieving process? Maybe it could have been done through actions rather than showing emotions. I didn't need to see Chaska cry all day, every day, right? I didn't need to see that. I just wanted to see more of the impact of Koichi's death, because here it feels like it didn't really matter. Like, they mentioned Koichi a couple of times, but it's not like it had any kind of impact on the characters themselves, like the development that could be brought to the characters from said death. Usually that's the whole point of a death. Or rather, there could be 2 points. One being just creating some emotional response in the viewer or reader, if it's a book or whatever type of format you're using. But yeah, number 1 is creating an emotional response. Number 2 is using that event as a form of development for the character. The character has to learn something from the loss. That is how you make a character evolve, and that is what makes these characters interesting, is when they evolve, they change, and here we don't really see any of that. The only change we saw here was about Chaska finally speaking to her other sister, the Saurian sister, which is great, but once again, me personally, I've gone through the Archon quest, right? Well, you probably have as well, but what I'm trying to say is that I haven't gone through Chaska's emotional issues with her sister. We mentioned them, I guess, but we haven't spent that much time with, and by sister, goddammit, I have to I have to use their names. I was talking about Koya. We didn't have that much time with Koya herself. We have seen her, more or less, but not all that much, and it's kind of harder, for me at least, to make an emotional connection, to create an emotional connection with a Saurian creature, especially when most of the time I couldn't even understand what Koya would say, although we had some translation later on, but still, it wasn't much. Whereas with Koichi, we didn't need the translation, and more importantly, we had a voice, we had emotions behind that voice. We had some animations, I guess, also. Like, we could really see her emote as opposed to Koya, because it's much harder for for me to spot the emotions of an animal, especially a anime-styled drawing animal, than it is for a anime-style drawing of a human being. So yeah, the emotional connection for me was much stronger for Koichi than it was for Koya. And on top of that, I feel like we have seen Koichi much more than Koya. So in my mind, dealing with Koichi and the aftermath of what happened to her was much more important than seeing this. So in a way, I do feel a tad bit disappointed. That doesn't mean that the quest was bad, that doesn't mean the quest was badly written, none of that. The quest was great, but it wasn't what I wanted to see about Chaska. I wanted to see something else, which is why I'm disappointed, and it's because I brought my own expectations of about the quest into experiencing the quest. Anyway, that is enough yapping about the quest, I think. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, I suppose. What did you think of the quest? If you happen to pass by on the VOD, I am curious actually to learn more about how other people feel about these things, because I live in my own little world and I don't always have the time to watch other streamers do the same things that I just did. I sometimes do, but not all the time because of time, once again. But yeah, at the end of the day, it was a good quest, but I was expecting more. Now, let me stop repeating myself. I know I keep rambling like an old man that I am. Well, I'm not that old, to be honest, but still. Let's get back on topic, and the topic that we are going to talk about next is what is next. What is next is the end of the stream, obviously, but to reiterate what I said, I believe at the very beginning of this stream, or perhaps it was just at the end of last stream, next week we are probably going to go back to Wuthering Waves to do some of the event stuff and get some rewards, you know, chill stream, experiencing the event, combat and stuff like that. Hopefully I won't make a fool out of myself with my poor skill issues, but yeah, that will probably be it for Wednesday. Now on Thursday, I don't know yet what I'll do. I'll probably try to do more Wuthering Waves because I would like to do more Wuthering Waves, period. That's about it. It's just because I want to. And on Friday, we'll try our hands at the local legends from the new batch in Natlan. I will also try the old local legends that I have not managed to get the achievement for. Let me quickly look at it because I still have the game open. Let me see. Which thingy is it? This one. No, it's not. Oh, Duelist Series. Yes, I am at 90%. And I am missing 3 stars. I am missing the 3rd star for Kasijo, who is the turtle thingy. But Kasijo is annoying because I can only try him once a day because he doesn't respawn. So that's kind of a pain. I suppose I will try it out again, but I have to find some kind of strategy because the star, in order to get it, we have to defeat Kasijo after the Thunderthorn ward has been formed and without any characters having been hit by the ward's reflected attacks. So basically, we have to wait until Kasijo props up his Electro Shield, and then we have to manage to stay far away or far enough from him so that his shield doesn't attack us. The thing is, I cannot for the life of me understand what constitutes an attack from the shield, or the reflected attacks as they are called. And therefore, I go through the whole fight. I feel like I've avoided everything, just because I kind of used a cheesy technique of standing on a rock, but even then, it didn't work. And I've tried it at least a couple of times, if not more. So yeah, I will have to look up online other techniques, I guess, because I really don't understand how I'm supposed to do things. because that dude Kusijo, he's annoyingly fast, even despite being a turtle. So there is that. And then there is Atlal's Blessing. Atlal's Blessing, I don't think I will try him again on stream, because I know that with enough training I can get the parry / counterattacks down. I can learn the patterns. I just need to try it more. It's just that I haven't had the patience to do so, or the time to do so. And on stream, I kind of feel a bit more stressed out when I'm doing that, because I don't want to mess up on stream. And on top of that, I do try to keep an eye on chat. That way I can respond. I try not to leave things, leave messages unresponded, not respond to messages. Anyway, I think you get the point. So yeah, we might try Kusijo at least once on Friday. And then what do we have? We have Bronzelock, Rely, Spirit of the Fallen Dawnstar, Patapo's Solidarity, Tupayo's Aid, and Iron Beard. Good grief. And they all have 3 stars. We'll at least try and get 1 star for each of them, 2 if we think that it's rather easy. I mean, none of the local legends were easy here. The ones in Fontaine, they were okay, but the ones in Natlan, they were quite something, which is refreshing, I will say. It is refreshing, but at the same time, it is kind of frustrating sometimes, you know. Anyway, we will try to get at least 1 star for every single one of them, if not a little more. I mean, if we can get all 3 stars during one stream, I will get them. But if I feel like it's going to require me to try again, given the fact that I tend not to stream for like over 3 hours, unlike today, because usually, the only stream during which I last for longer than 3 hours are either for main quests like Archon quests or stuff like that, or on Saturdays when I do world quest, which is why on Saturday I will do the Ochkanatlan world quest, because I am actually very curious about it. I will check whether or not there is some time-gated stuff in the Ochkanatlan quest, just so we don't get stuck on Saturday, because the week after that we are going on Honkai Star Rail. So I don't know how long we'll keep up with Honkai Star Rail, because I don't know if that new quest is going to be that long. I don't think so, but we'll see. But yeah, this will be our schedule for the coming weeks and the coming streams. Anyway, on that note, thank you for anyone and everyone who watched the stream. Thank you for the follows, that was lovely. I hope you enjoyed your time just as much as I enjoyed the stream and the quest and the game. And whatever time it is for you, whether it is the evening, the afternoon, or the morning, I usually say it the other way around, but why not? I hope you have a great time, and I wish you a nice and refreshing weekend. On that note, I will see you next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central European, not summertime, standard time, and thank you for the follow, Layla3765. What's up? How are you doing? I was just about to end stream, so I'm doing well. I hope you are doing well as well, but I am going to end stream because that is exactly where I was at this moment. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. You kind of came at the wrong timing, but it is what it is. As I was going to say, my next stream will be next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central European Standard Time, and it will be on Wuthering Waves. Yes, Wuthering Waves event, and yeah, that's about all I had to say. So on that note, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.